Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year? Canelo, are you ready?
¿Está preparado? I was born ready.
Considered by many to be, pound for pound, the best fighter in the world today. 4-division, 5-time world champion.
Oh, look at this guy.
He is now boxing's first ever undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico.
¡Viva México, cabrones! You know my level, and you will see, because I'm gonna fuck out everybody.
You know, I mean, I would love to fight Canelo. I would love to show the world that I'm the best.
I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. Oh, Canelo, where your cojones at? Let's get it.
Payday, payday, you want payday. I know that. Man, you fight with nobody.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Listos, pelos, chingazos.
He smacked the shit out of Canelo in
Get
person.
the fuck out of here, man. Please. I wanna knock out this guy.
The coronation is complete. All hail King Canelo.
Mira, en este momento puedo hacer lo que yo quiera, ¿no?
Saul Canelo Alvarez.
SDS Promotions.
That's funny. You think that's funny?
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs. Find me on TikTok at Nesta Gibbs, Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Yo, special treat. We're joined today by longtime listener Tony. Tony Salgado came through the studio and, he's here in the building. He's going to be listening to the show firsthand, right in studio. Tony, say what's up to everybody, man.
Man, what's up, man? I just had to pull up on my boys, the TVB family.
What up, what up? That's yo, I appreciate you coming through. Like we've always said, the studio's open, man. You know, a long-time listener. Pull up. Well, today I'm expecting a lot of people to pull up because Canelo took a loss, man. It's been, oh my God. I wish I had the almanac here, but I guess he's feeling bad as his, Idolo, right? Is it Idolo? Idolo fucking lost. And maybe he took it harder than we thought. Danny is not with us right now. Maybe he pulls up late. Maybe he doesn't show. I don't know. But I am here to serve you guys crow. Now, I will tell you, obviously, because we had the big show with David Benavidez, our studio is now being rebuilt. So our normal functionalities are not there. So if you're on Discord, which I can't see, and you're on Blog Talk, which I can't see, you won't be able to hear each other when one talks. So deal with that. But everyone else, you'll hear the show normally. You can always go to YouTube, and you don't have to, worry about any losses in quality whatsoever. But speaking of losses, hit those thumbs up button, man. We had a fantastic weekend. We were watching the live fight with David Benavidez, Paulie Malignaggi, knockouts with Nika. Bo was in the building, Danny Alvarez. I mean, so many people. Jose Benavidez Sr. You guys need to check out that video. It was an amazing time, something I'll never forget. And obviously, Canelo losing is probably also never going to allow us to forget what took place yesterday, man. I think he had a wrong game plan. I did not understand. I'm not going to say I didn't like or, I'm mad that he went for the knockout in the first round. I just didn't understand why he changed his normal game plan of usually break him down his man. He usually gets the knockout in the 11th, 10th, definitely the second half of the fight, it looked like he was coming out there in that first round, not exactly like Teofimo and George Kambosos, but definitely looking for that first round knockout. And it didn't come, and maybe he gassed himself because later in the fight, he looked gassed. Later in the fight, he's on the ropes. He's looking like he's parrying. He's not really parrying every shot, and Bivol was definitely landing. Now, no harm, no foul for me as a true boxing fan and as a person that doesn't watch any other sport. He's still the undisputed champion at 68. There's still fights with Triple G, Benavidez, who is now the mandatory if he can win the WBC interim. But looking as good as he did last night, I'm sure he is not going to have any issues with David Lemieux, which will still put him in contention for a title shot with Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now, Canelo did say that he wanted the rematch. I don't know. That's the question at the bottom of our thumbnail. Does he take the rematch? Does his team go back and see, look, this guy was just too big. He's going to be a mover and a jabber. I don't know, the scene out of Rocky, like, he's all wrong for you, champ. We just don't need this motherfucker. Move on. Go back, defend your titles at 168. Now, that's not what I'm recommending because I think he did, I'm not going to say well because that should definitely look like a 8-4, 9-3, 10-2
I think
type
all
of
the
fight.
judges had it, 115, 113?
Yeah, but the judges were blind, man. That fight wasn't that close. It wasn't. It's not even fair that the judges. See if you can pull that closer to you from the base. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It wasn't that close. It's very unfortunate. And Dave Moretti, more experienced than you and I. Steve Weisfeld, more experienced than you and I. And they seen it somehow 115, 113. Canelo didn't really do nothing. Paulie was very upset at me for pointing out that Canelo was landing, the arm shot. But post-fight, Bivol talked to Marcos Villegas about that. His arm's all fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
He couldn't even lift it up.
He used that adrenaline to make sure that it worked in the night. But, post-fight, my man's arm is all beat up. Now, let me see if I can find it. The only way I can find it is in my history because Marcos has the picture.
The post fight though, his arm was all fucking swelled up.
No, listen. He's an animal. Here we go.
I wish that would have been on the face.
Let me get a screen share, Austin. And this is Bivol in a post-fight interview with Fight Hub. As you can see, this says Fight Hub. Go ahead and check it out. Marcos caught him this morning, what looks like in the MGM. And look at his arm, Meanwhile, and that's really black and blue. Let's be real. So, meanwhile, Paulie was, hey, what are you talking about? And I'm like, bro, that shit, he's going for it. Like, he was targeting that arm. Like, and I was just pointing that out. And he had a point. Obviously, Bivol was landing combination shots, so he wanted that pointed out. But it's like four of us on a fucking couch. Like, if I'm talking about Canelo, you talk about Dmitry Bivol. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was trying to bring it like if it was a bias thing. But nonetheless, again, I don't know that Canelo can do better. Maybe the weight made him a little slower, heavier. He
looked really heavy.
Exactly.
I was like, man, he looks really slow, heavy from the beginning. I was like, this isn't the usual Canelo we see.
Nope.
The stamina wasn't there. He couldn't really get around the guard. Bivol's high guard was strong. Bivol's big and strong. It was a lot for Canelo to chew.
And Bivol took all his shots. Like, did you ever notice him hurt? I didn't see him hurt.
And even if he did get caught clean, it might be a step back or two, but he walked right back forward like it wasn't nothing.
I didn't see nothing on his face, really, like that.
He was clean.
Yeah, he was pretty clean. But Canelo was landing some pretty good shots.
Okay.
Not enough, though.
Look at Tony, man. That man is icy. I'm so icy.
Ain't that Gucci Man?
Yeah, the Gucci Man. Original. Well, Gucci Man and Young Jeezy. I got the poll warming up right now. We got what's next for Canelo Alvarez. I got rematch with Bivol. GGG3. What's another good one? What's another possibility?
For Canelo?
Yeah, for Canelo. I got rematch with Bivol.
Tune-up time, man. Tune-up time. Fucking John Ryder, UK, man. You just lost. Like, if you ain't going into that direct rematch and you walking away, John Ryder in the UK, you know what I'm saying, defend your belts, then go fight Benavidez, who's your mandatory.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. You know, ain't nobody else going through the fire. That's the thing. Like,
who else is gonna fucking jump fucking weight classes up and down, up and down?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if I put mandatory
Yo, the fact that I
Benavidez-
see people like in the comment sections, they're like, "Oh, cherry picking going wrong." It's like, wow, you can cherry pick a champ.
You didn't know this motherfucker was this strong and shit.
Yo,
Like-
how could you cherry pick a champ though?
in a division higher than you just unified.
In a division higher than you. You know, meanwhile, people were saying Gennady was ducking Ward for not moving up
to 168, and
I'm
Canelo
saying,
then moved
boy.
up from 160. Well, from 54 to 60 to 68 to 75. I give him credit, know what I'm saying, for having the cojones per se.
People push that goalpost back. That's what it is. But shout out to Bivol, man. What's next for Bivol? Hypothetically, did you do a poll? You doing one?
I got it now. So I got the what's next for Canelo rematch with Bivol, GGG3, and tune up.
Tune up.
I don't know. Let's not make it about Canelo. Let's
All
say
right, so
what's
we're gonna
next
go
for
Bivol.
Bivol. Now,
Okay.
let's see how can we phrase it so it fits properly, right? Like, we want to put that Canelo isn't taking the rematch. Can you you got my text? You want to put the Canelo isn't taking the Bivol rematch, so what should Bivol do now? Like, if no Canelo, what's next for Bivol?
How can Bivol be great?
That should fit. So we'll put Better Beef. We'll put Better Beef. Okay. We'll put Better Beef Joe Smith winner. And then we can put Makabu. We'll keep using the Canelo juice. Does he want to be great? Move up and fight Makabu. Gilberto Ramirez has been calling out Bivol for a while. We can no longer say Bivol was ducking. He listened to his managerial team. They said, forget that fight. You might get the Canelo fight. It turned out he got the Canelo fight. So all the waiting and quote unquote avoiding Gilberto was, I mean, you know, it was a necessary evil. You can't call it ducking. He got the big fight. That's a more danger. Like, Canelo is more dangerous than Gilberto.
A fight that everybody in boxing wants.
You know, so we need one more option.
Yeah, I got 3 on there. Better Be Smith winner, Makabu, Gilberto Ramirez. You don't want to put Tune Up on there, do you?
Not for him. He's
Not for him.
he's you know
even
he needs the big.
even with the potential arm
He needs a
injury.
big
you know
fight.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, he needs more big fights. That's the thing. He needs more big fights.
I want to see him versus David Benavidez. I want to see Benavidez in that fight.
I don't think it's gonna happen
Why not?
because
We didn't ask Benavidez that last night.
oh yeah, I didn't.
I talked to the Pops a little bit afterwards. I got a short interview. If it's not uploaded, it should be uploaded. I did send it to
I
the
seen
editor.
it.
You seen
Jose's immediate reaction. That was
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, who the fuck did this?
it? Yeah. I was still in the house.
I
Bruh,
see you,
I
I
told you I'm going
see
to try
you.
my best to. And I'm learning, so.
Shout out to Bo Bama, man.
I'm learning
Let's
that.
get
You
it.
gotta
If
get
you
you a
just-
little mic. I'm gonna show you. Get you a little mic.
Bet.
If you use the phone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you need a little mic for that to make it better. But it
All
was
right.
it was needed because it was
Yeah.
an immediate reaction. But listen, we already got some super chats here. Wait a minute. Are these old, new? What is this?
Let me
Today's
see.
the 8th. This must be. This is to your interview. Speaking of your interview, right? Oh no, this is actually from the live show. This is a shout out to Canna, who cut the live show, and we already got 2 super chats because now you have the ability to send us some love on our uploaded interviews. And you know, we got 2 super chats on our Jose Benavidez Sr. interview that Canna cut from our live show. But we do have a lot of super chats today, but I'm still going to show love to Christopher Hernandez. That was a $10 super chat. He says, tough loss, but Canelo still beats Benavidez and Charlo Only time will tell, and we definitely have to see. And we got Esco 2-time. He says, I guess he meant Paulie. I agree with you. But he really wrote Poley. P-O-L-E-Y. That's crazy. Shout out to Gil Lopez, who said, Ness, I'm sad. I'm here for my crow. It's okay, Danny. Well, Danny, I don't know where the fuck Danny's at. I think he overslept. That's what I want to hope, that it's nothing else other than jet lag. We
might have to send somebody to Danny's house and check on him, bro.
I'm finna go over there.
Jet lag from the same time zone?
I mean, you know, he worked late. We woke up early.
We all got 2 hours of
smoked
sleep.
hella weed.
I'm finna send the girls from the pool crawl to wake his ass up.
We got Edwin Zeldadar. I don't know. He says, "What's up, you guys? Love your show, but did anyone notice he fought just like?" I said that, bro. If you watched the live, I said that. I said, bro, he's fucking fighting like Valdez.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, if a dude's jabbing you, who the fuck told these dudes that you just go like this? Like, oh, what the fuck? First of all, if you put your hands up to your head, all you're doing is making a bigger target for him now. And you can't be as slick if your hands are here. Yeah. So, like, they're going like this, and all you are is a bigger fucking target for the man to just keep
centering that shot.
Yo, silly as hell, man. I mean,
them fucking shots
and
look
shout
like
out,
they hurt.
It's sad that this is the sport, right? Like, yo, is that clock is not right?
It's definitely not right.
What's up, champ? It's sad that, like, you either win and you're great or you lose and you're a bum. Like, I'm literally seeing people calling Canelo fraud Nello. You lose moving up, you're a fraud. Like, what? And this is exactly why the Charlos, Andre, none of them dudes are taking chances, because they know what you about to say. The minute they take a chance and fail, you shitting all over them.
Yeah.
It's insane to me, man. It's insane. But this is the sport that we love. This is the sport that we love.
Trying to think of one other person for that poll. I just put, right now I got take rest, recovery needed on there.
Nah.
But I know it ain't spicy, so that's why I didn't confirm.
Nah, just fuck it. Put Benavidez.
Thank you.
People got to force Benavidez. If that's what they want, they got to force him to do it.
Y'all drink this Red Bull?
Go ahead. It's warm, man. That's why I went to buy one when you see me. But I got Caleb V. He says, Floyd set a trend for fighters to protect their O when he retired. Hopefully this loss sets a trend for fighters to challenge themselves. TBV is TBE. Chan, that's how great he is, that you think somehow Canelo had an O. Like, how is Canelo losing now gonna help other fighters who have an O not be afraid and want to challenge? He already had a loss.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's so great. You forgot about that loss. It's been so long, too, since that loss. Let's see how many years it's been.
Nobody's been taking chances like that.
We got
2013.
2013. Yep, 2013, bro. That's almost what, 9 years?
Yep, it is 9 years.
Sheesh. Well, shout out. Shout out for sure. All right, we got some more super chats. Who's next, bro? Let me see. I last stopped off at.
Yeah, you got the one.
Oh, damn, you don't got the page over there?
No.
Why?
No, it's a bit. My computer ain't able to handle
even the
TVV.
super chats.
It can handle the active ones from this show, but if I got to go back, it ain't gonna be able to handle YouTube Studio. TBV too powerful for this old Mac. I got to get a new Mac to keep up with TBV.
Is that Chrome or Safari?
This is Chrome. No, Safari.
You should be trying Chrome.
You think Chrome would be better?
Yeah, YouTube is a Google product. Google is a Chrome product.
The only thing I can say about that, though, is Chrome is super RAM hungry, and the RAM on that computer is super old. That's the only.
How many he got? Like 2 gigs, though, right?
Like probably like 4, but it's a 2011.
Oh my God, 4? That should be enough.
But it's a 2011 MacBook, so it's old.
Like right now, look at the live.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You should X that page and go straight to the super chat page. You don't need to watch the show. You can watch it right there.
Yeah, but again, YouTube Studio. So I'm gonna have to get the Google Chrome and then go log into YouTube Studio. I don't know. We're gonna see if this old hat can get into it.
Nah, if you only using one page right now, I literally got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
4,
you got
5,
a nice
6,
nice
7,
Mac
8.
though.
But that's what I'm telling you. All right, I got a vet engine. I get you.
Yeah.
That's why I got 9 pages on. You got a fucking Prius. Open one page. That's the wrong page to open because that's a video.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, open the page I'm asking you to open. Let's see how it works. But in the meantime, I got Mr. PBC, the true winner. Shout out to you, Mr. PBC. We know you've been picking Bivol for a long time, so congratulations. This is exactly what the show was established on. You either call in on Thursdays on previews and predictions and, make that prediction. If you get it right, you come back Sunday, celebrate, man. And, if you get it wrong, you come back Sunday and eat that crow, which we're going to open up the phone lines after these 2 super chats. We got Mr. PBC that says, Bivol, baby, that dolphin head moving was sad for Canelo. Laugh out loud. Boom, bop, bing. Whatever that means. Dolphin head. I don't even, what the hell? We got Big Super Mix in Plainview, Texas that says, a mix of things happens. Size, overlooking laziness in the ring, overconfidence, and Bivol was disciplined, intelligent, and frankly, kicked Canelo's arse. Yes, it's funny because we were watching the fight yesterday, and I mentioned something, and I was really hoping that Paulie and David would give me their opinion because obviously they are the fighters and professionals. But they didn't bite, and it just fell by the wayside. But we might have to go back and watch that fight, I don't know, a year from now. I ain't got time to do it right so soon. But in retrospect, it almost feels like Dmitry Bivol did his own Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope without using the ropes. And what I mean is he played possum for the first 6 rounds or so, letting Canelo blow his load. Because if you notice in that first round, he had the high guard up a lot, and he wasn't as active as he was, obviously towards the later half of the fight.
Real.
It'll be interesting to see, if anybody else picked up on that and maybe seen Dmitry give away some of those early rounds so that he can have more energy towards the later half of the fight and then, do exactly what we did, because what he did, which was obviously be very active and cause Canelo to keep those hands up. And activity is probably Canelo's kryptonite for real because he's sitting there kind of like Charlo Derevchenko, and he's trying to catch these shots, but they were slipping in because Bivol was coming straight down the pipe. I was dying for a left hook, which is the 3, and instead he was doing 1, 2, 1. But Paulie said, he was doing the 1, 2, 1 at the end so that he can keep the distance away and make sure that Canelo can't counter him. Great fight, man. Great fight. Bivol, man, shocks the world. Shocks the world. And this is, if you've been listening to this show, you know that I love upsets because it creates new stars in the sport. I don't know that Bivol's going to be Andy Ruiz, like Andy Ruiz was an anomaly. He beat AJ and boom, he fucking turned into a superstar. No one's ever really done that. Hopefully this does turn Bivol into something greater than. But I am joined alongside another longtime listener, Border Wars participant, and undefeated fighter in Border Wars, Terrell Fireflame Harris. You're in town for the big fight, so I'm assuming you were in the building, right? Did you go to the fight?
No.
Okay. So you were just in Vegas?
Got this nice Airbnb, had a little get-together for the fight.
Yeah, bring me closer. Thank you, Tony. So what up, bro?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, champ. Thank you for stopping by, man. So what'd you think of the fight?
So
nice glasses, by the way.
Thank you. I got them little protection.
You get that jewelry from Tony?
Who Tony?
Tony the jeweler.
Hey, he looking crazy
Tony
over here. He
Bands.
dripping on me.
Yeah, he dripping.
Yep. But so for the fight, I felt that Canelo personally didn't come into the fight thinking that he was gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was more.
Wait, you thought he knew he wasn't gonna win?
He knew he had the ability to win the fight. He know before this fight happened, he was the top at the world. Everybody looked at Canelo like he couldn't be beat. So along with himself and the rest of the world, we thought he had what it takes to move up to 175, fight Bivol, and possibly win. But I don't think Canelo was looking for that. I think he wanted to challenge his own power, his own strengths for the big competition at 160, 168 with David Benavidez, with Jamar Charlo, and 160 possibly with Andre. He not looking at that fight, but just the stars that's in his actual division. He tested his power against 175 so he could see, am I strong enough to knock out this 175er? If I can, I know I can run through the other guys. I know me and Triple G.
So you think he was testing himself with this?
I think it was more of a, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to watch Canelo. The world's still going to watch Canelo.
For sure.
Like he never lost. He's still going to be a pay-per-view star. It's like, so really it was a challenge. He didn't have a belt. They was fighting for Bivol's belt. So
he's still undisputed at 68, all the belts.
I feel like Canelo, besides the disappointment of him losing the fight, I feel like he showed a lot of heart. He continuously tried to break him down. His arm, you seen his arm was damaged. Canelo tried to drop that guard. He tried to get underneath with those uppercuts. And he was just really, really testing his strength, and I thought it was good. For Bivol, though, this is a benefit because Eddie Hearn pretty much got another star for Dazn.
Is he a star? You think he's a star is born? That's what we were just discussing. Like, I know when Andy beat AJ, that Instagram went from like 65,000 to 2 million.
I don't think Bivol was a star.
It's not that.
Can he become one, though? Who's he got to fight next?
He has to fight all the
big.
top 175. So now we have a Bivol to watch. He got to go after the WBC champ. I don't know if it's
Better beef.
But
he's fighting Smith now. That fight is signed, sealed, delivered. What date is that, Bo? Can you actually use your phone to check? I think it's July, maybe.
So he can possibly fight for undisputed.
Yep.
And become.
And that's what Bivol should do. You need to take this because now, all right, gentlemen, I think this is the question.
June 18th.
This is the question, which is actually probably the poll, but we have one going.
And it's getting
Who's the bigger star now at 177? Is it Bivol because he beat Canelo? Yeah, 175. Is it Bivol because he got the win over Canelo, or is it still better be because he's the beast and unified? He beat Vazdek.
It's definitely Bivol.
It's Bivol because
he beat the fucking man.
But he beat the littler man.
Yeah, but still.
Better Beef's up there beating the real man.
Yeah, but Canelo is fucking at stardom. He's the man.
I get you.
20 million Instagram followers, bro. My pops seen it. My pops don't even watch boxing like that, and he was like, Bivol won. He was
who
like,
beat Canelo's ass? Everybody's like, who beat Canelo's ass? Bivol.
It's honestly not even about him beating Canelo. It's just that I'm a Canelo fan, you a Canelo fan, we Canelo fans. Canelo brought Bivol to us. So by him, you know, casual fans tuning in, everybody know Canelo, whether they watch hardcore boxing or not, you know who Canelo Alvarez is. And now we know who Bivol is because he fought Canelo on that stage. So even if he lost this fight, it would have still been a win situation in his career. Now he's not where Andy Ruiz was at, but he can take this time right now to become that star because he has the platform with Dazn.
For sure. I got Kevin Slims who says Canelo have more than enough fire within his division. Nobody asked him or told him to move up. So if he dared to be great, it didn't happen. And that's okay. But you see, this is what's wrong. This is why, you know, Crawford isn't fighting a Gennady Golovkin. This is why Tank isn't at welterweight, because you guys will just shit on them if they lose for trying to do something great and special. And this is what happens. You know, someone who hasn't done shit, you know, doesn't even have a fucking avatar is like, oh, you ain't great.
This reminds me of when Triple G fought Kell Brook. Kell Brook dared to be great when he still had the IBF belt at 147 and he moved up a couple divisions. And it kind of that's why this fight was dangerous for Canelo, and I take my hat off to him, because if you think back at that fight, Triple G fucked up Kell Brook eye socket. Excuse my language.
You good?
He
broke it over the bone.
He messed his eye socket up, which affected him in the Errol Spence fight.
Well, I mean, first of all, he was winning that fight, and Errol broke the other side. But make sure you're talking to the mic, Tony. I got another super chat, which I want to say is number 2 for Mr. PBC. And he says, Canelo loses to the best and beats the rest. Glove emoji, cap emoji, and sleeping. We got Rice Eater. David prepared Bivol for Canelo, but David hurt him. Okay. I guess he means David prepared Bivol in sparring because that's the only place they've been in the ring together. We got another one from Mr. PBC, so that is definitely number 3. Go ahead and ring the alarm. Oh, it's not. You don't have it?
It's in the van.
Wow.
From San Diego. Everything's in the van. They literally just
2 hours?
Ding, 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 ding.
We pulled up right as Bo got here.
Yeah, we all got here at the same time at like 3 o'clock. They got here from San Diego at 3 and went live again at 4.
No, I know. I thought they was getting here at 2. That was the time that we had.
That's what we planned for too.
Yeah,
but
that we planned for. All right, we got Mr. PBC.
$9.99.
$10 super chat. So hold on. Let's go ahead and spin our wheel. That's the first $10 super chat, right?
Yep. And he says
What that puts him in the running for?
whatever he lands at on the super chat wheel.
Oh, so I thought hoodies was 15 and better, no? Oh, good. Because, yeah, you know I hate that black space you leaving me there.
PBC says,
Spinning the wheel.
Try to be the best like the rest, mister. I'm great to no, I don't need that meat, and I don't need those guns or reps or rehydration clause means you really wasn't that dude like you thought you was.
All right. Well, according to the rules, you have him in there for a hoodie, right?
Did he hit the land on hoodie?
He sure enough did.
So you got 1 minute to add $5 to that super chat, and because it's actually $15 for the hoodie. So Austin to put that 1 minute timer up.
He can't. This ain't our real studio. This place.
You ain't got that.
We ain't got none of our normal love, man. We supposed to be
Yeah.
in Studio A for A-lister. This is B for bums.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put you in that raffle then.
We got Caleb with another super chat. That is number dos. He says, you miss what I was saying, champ. I hope Canelo's loss sets a trend for fighters to dare themselves to be greater. TBV is TBE. No, I get you, but I was just, making sure you understood that he already had a loss. Like, dude should have been daring to be great because Canelo dared to be great by facing Mayweather, lost, and continued to do great things. So, I don't know. I guess
just
2
like
losses.
he will doing his loss as well. Yeah.
Exactly. I guess they needed 2 losses to be motivated, man. But it's okay. I got Brother Michael. Shout out to Brother Michael. Canelo looked tired since round 1. Absolutely, I agree. Do you think he shot his load?
He didn't look tired to me.
What? You mean throughout the whole fight or not in round 1? Which one? Be specific.
In round 1, he had the most powerful haymakers he could throw.
But that's why people think he gassed.
Them
big punches take a lot of energy. Allegedly,
his win was starting to open. So you know when you first get in there and then you got to overcome that shit, get your second win. That's what he went through in the first round. But Canelo, he realized in the first round that this guy was gonna walk through his punches. I mean, it's just different. That's why we have weight classes.
So why didn't he fucking change the game plan? And that's what I was thinking.
When he adjust.
Exactly. It's like, oh shit, I'm not gonna hurt this dude. Oh, I can't knock him out. Let's win this fight by boxing.
By boxing, yeah.
I'm shorter. Let me fucking stab to the body.
Jab, jab, yeah.
Rip a left hook and get out. Like, no, he just kept, fuck it, I'm gonna walk him down. Oh, boom, boom, parry. Boom, boom.
Honestly,
like,
he
the hell you
probably
doing?
trained thinking that was enough. Just coming in there with that. That's probably what he basically.
Yeah, well, and that's what people are mad at. A lot of people, because there's obvious haters out there, but some people feel like he was overconfident. He was too confident. He was on this I can beat anybody cloud.
And getting that money.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought he had reason to be too because we didn't know who Bivol was.
No, I knew who Bivol was from a hardcore stance, but what I mean is like, I get you, like the casual didn't know. So when the casual don't know you, the big face of boxing should blow through you. The casual don't want to see you lose to somebody they never heard of, and that's what just happened. It's the whole Buster Douglas all over again.
We got Boston Jared with a $5 super chat says, Yard gets the winner of Better B. Smith in the UK according to Tunde Ajayi. Bivol Zerto is the fight to make.
It is a fight that they can do on Dazn, obviously, but they would have to, talk to Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya, who's been dealing with Zurdo, and they gave him a 3-fight deal, and 2 fights have been trash.
Is he a champion?
No, but he used to be. He's a 2-time.
Bivol should just go for champions. He already fought at
But
that
that's
level.
the thing. The other 2 champions are busy. They're fighting each other because Better Beef has already 2 belts, and he's fighting Joe Smith for the last belt, but Bivol was the other belt holder.
And they'll be fighting in like 45 days, so he can wait 45 days.
Yeah, he needs to heal up that bicep.
Then we got
Ramirez has a name too.
Who?
Ramirez.
Gilberto. Yeah, Zerto.
And imagine Bivol, if they're intelligent, Kathy, go for Zuldo. Like, you just beat Canelo, beat another undefeated Mexican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you going to the top.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
And then I think that's not the toughest fight for Bivol as well, because after seeing Zerto fight, what's the guy from Philadelphia name at 168?
Gonzalez?
No, from Philadelphia. Jesse Hart.
Jesse Hart.
Yeah, after seeing those Jesse Hart fights, I mean, he looked good, but he didn't look overwhelmingly impressive in any way to me. So I think Bivol wouldn't have the toughest time in fighting against a Gilberto Ramirez.
Yo, did you already touch up on how disappointing Montana Love looked last night?
Not yet, but go ahead. Give us your take.
I mean, I'm just used to seeing Montana Love dominate, and his opponent I never seen before, and I just felt like this was his test to go to like only take on former champions and champions after this bout. And the way that he performed was he had good defense. I felt like he was getting out the way, bobbing and weaving real good, like we know he can do. But he didn't put it kind of reminded me of an Adrian Broner performance back when Adrian, didn't have his head right after a couple losses. He wasn't letting his hands go. Yeah. And he was getting booed. You the co-main event for Canelo, bro. Like we want to see you at this top level dominate, and I kind of felt disappointed in Montana's Love the performance. Just from a fan perspective, it's like, man, when you on that level and you got that kind of opportunity, you want to just dominate that shit. And that was not a dominant fight. Yeah, you got the win. I'm proud you got the win, but definitely go back to the lab, because I mean, I ain't the only one that feel this way. I know the world felt that Montana Love, it was kind of,
lackluster.
But he's in that situation. He's in that situation where he gets a win and he gets to fight another day. This was for some sort of IBF kind of title that puts him in position. So he might not look good, but a win is a win is a win, and he got to move on to the next thing. And hopefully he can look better in the future. I don't know who he's going to get a title shot at or with, because, as of right now, I don't think Josh Taylor has officially vacated any 140-pound titles, but it would probably be a vacant shot that he's going to be getting versus another top contender. Yep.
Keep in mind, we do got that super chat wheel going right now. $10 get you a spin on the wheel. We got the T-shirt on there. It's a loser turn on there. We got the signed Polaroid on there from one of the fighters that have been in studio. We got a collection of those, but we'll send you one of those if you did land on that and win the raffle. And we also got the TBV hoodie on there. The hoodie is for a $15 raffle. If you spend 10, you can get the spin on the wheel, but keep in mind you will have to super chat that extra $5 to be able to win the hoodie if you land on the hoodie. We got another super chat right now coming from Jada Real, who says, "Can you dare to be great if you already fought and won in that division?" ? Just asking.
Of course. And that's sarcasm, just asking. Get the fuck out of here. I hope you being honest, because you beat one champion. The world says that dude was a drunk. He really wasn't good. His liver's fucking been replaced.
He the worst person.
So now you move up back to that division to show dudes you could really do it. That's not daring to be great, and you fucking lost. So it shows the world how hard it is to do what you attempted to do.
Or else everybody be doing it.
Man, ain't nobody doing it, man.
Nobody doing it.
Ride in the 870.
Yes, sir. He says Duck Charlo and Vides. Okay, he's speaking of Benavidez. So he said Duck Charlo and Benavidez gone wrong. Bivol Beast laughing emoji.
See? Sad, man. Sad.
We got Mad Bent 100 with the $10 super chat. Says, if Canelo won, they would say, well, we knew it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
None gave Bivol a chance. I bet on Bivol won $150.
Damn, 150?
You know what? Look, I was for the
he
bet.
meant 4 times that easy. 4 times easy.
I went to the NGM Grand, and I was like, you know
We're
what?
going to spin the wheel for it, man.
I was like, it's going to be.
Bent.
I thought Canelo was going to win, so I was like, fuck it. Let me bet a stack, and I was going to win 180. And long story short, I was like, man, where the fuck is my cash? They printed the ticket out. I was like, man, I was like, man, I guess I spent that shit yesterday, so I didn't bet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I'm fucking glad.
That's good because if you
$1,000,
did, yeah, you would have lost that.
I would have
shit.
lost that shit.
Mad Bent, you landed on the hoodie, so you got that
Ness,
5
do you
minutes to
Oh, sorry about that.
submit the last $5, and you could get that actual raffle entry into the hoodie.
And remember, you don't have to. You know,
Yeah.
this is us going above and beyond, right? Like some people choose. Look, like someone super chatted $20. He's not expecting anything. That's what he wants to super chat. We're just adding him into a raffle to give back to the people that are already been given to us for all these years. So, Mad Bet, again, you don't have to send that $5, but if you want to win a hoodie, then go ahead and join us. Speaking of the $20 super chat, we got A-Crown79, Bo. He says, just showing love. Keep putting on great shows, TBV. Fuego, fuego, fuego emoji. Canelo will be back. Just a minor setback. That is definitely the truth. I still believe he's the face of boxing. He's still undisputed at 68. People will forget. If he goes back down, fights Gennady, right? Considers that a toot-up since Gennadi's 40. Fights Charlo next because that's slightly easier in his mind over Benavidez, who's the naturally bigger man. Charlo would have to move up to 68 for a shot at Canelo. So he'll fight Charlo. Then Benavidez, and who's going to remember that he lost to Bivol? And in the history books, when he did lose to Bivol, but still came back and finished his trilogy with Triple G, beat a undefeated Charlo, and went to battle with David Benavidez, who's going to be mad?
It might even go to rematch for the undisputed at 175 if he's successful.
I mean, he did say rematch. He says, you know, I don't remember the exact words in Spanish, which I wish I did because he was very aggressive in it. But do you guys believe he'll take that Bivol rematch?
I don't believe him. The way he was expressing himself, I felt like he was kind of making excuses.
To that mic.
Yeah, I felt like he was making
adjust
excuses.
that.
So, like, people wouldn't hold him accountable for, like, not fighting fucking Bivol next. Like, the shit he was saying in Spanish at the interviews, I felt like, yeah, I don't think he's going to take it next.
What about
Maybe
you?
in the future.
What I got from Canelo with that post-conference interview was, yes, this story don't end like this. So he's definitely going to get the rematch, but that's not what we're looking for right away. It's not his division. 175, not his division. He going to go back to 168.
Exactly.
Because he know he's tough enough.
But if he goes back to 68, the haters will say, oh, he's fucking tucked his tail.
Until
he's
he
running.
wins. I mean, you tucking your tail fighting Triple G, fighting David Benavidez, fighting Jamal Charlo. That ain't tucking your tail.
But what are your favorite rappers doing, though? I mean, rappers.
Tony with the jewelry thinking about his clients and shit. What are your favorite rappers' jewelry, huh? They ain't got no jewelry.
The boxers and shit.
I got another super
We
chat
got to
from
spin the wheel for my man's A-Crown first.
A-Crown.
And Mad Bent did send that other 5, so
put him in that raffle.
got him there.
A-Crown. That's a Polaroid. And boy, did we take a lot of Polaroids. Did we get those signed yesterday? We had so many. Oh boy.
Man, we was packing up everything. I didn't actually get to see the Polaroids because I was behind the cameras.
I actually seen them. There's a whole table of Polaroids. I hope they got them at least signed. But that super chat was A-Crown. You're in the raffle for the Polaroid. We did David S, who says, can Earl Spence beat Canelo at 164? After what you guys seen last night, is Earl a threat?
Nah, on the cools, I don't think so. First, we got to see what he does in this next fight. There's 2 more fucking weight classes above him. Like, we can't really.
No, but 164.
164. So
catch weight. So it's still two and like 1.5.
Canelo's still gonna have too much power at 164.
It could be deja vu of what we seen versus Bivol and Canelo with Canelo versus Spence. Like, we got weight classes for a reason.
Okay. So you saying maybe Canelo
too big for Earl?
Man, you saw those punches. I every time he hit Canelo, I saw that thump. Boom, boom, boom. When Canelo hit Bivol,
and Bivol
I didn't feel the same way. I didn't feel the same way.
Bivol not even a power puncher. That's just the difference in light heavyweight and super middleweight.
All right. Well, we still got some super chats, but I'm gonna do caller super chat because I don't want to have you guys waiting all your life. and I know you want to get in on this action. It's not every day Canelo loses, so I know there's some haters out there, and I know there's some people out there that just want to call in and maybe cry because they never thought Canelo would lose.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
All right. Marcus in D.C., what up?
Yo, what's good, TBV, man? I ain't calling in to get no crow. I ain't calling in to gloat because I ain't picked. But let me just say this to you. Canelo was a victim of what Lamont Peterson was a victim of. He had success from just stalking and not boxing no more. Canelo used to be a dude that used to throw his hands in combinations. He used to have diverse punches he would throw. He would box people. Actually, one of the mistakes that he made that I think he made in the Mayweather fight, he was trying to outbox Mayweather instead of doing what he does now, which is stalking. The previous fights, the stalking worked with Yildirim, worked with Smith, worked with Rocky Fielding. And what happened in that fight was he would have had a much better chance against Bivol had he been trying to box Bivol. Bivol did the Mikey Garcia on him, 1-2-1, keep the distance. He was keeping his hands in. Those wide punches that Canelo had been throwing and getting away with murder with everybody, he was just coming straight up the middle. Like whoever had just said, it wasn't that he was a power puncher. He was just a 183-pound man hitting on Canelo. The idea that somebody jumping up in weight is a daring to be great is bullshit. It takes discipline to stay 160 all your life and take on all comers like a haggler. Keep taking the next number one guy, the next number one guy, the next number one guy. Let's not get it twisted. Canelo left to not fight certain dudes. We all know that. So many people that we hold in high regard in Hall of Fame was because they were blessed to be in the division with top-rate contenders. Bernard Hopkins was in mediocrity for a long time at 160 till he got to fight with Tito and with Keith Holmes because y'all really can't name anybody that was at 160 at the time. But then you got people that was in 147 when you had Hearns, Ray, Duran, and all the other fighters that was in between that 147 and 154, and they became stars. So all the people that was in 54, Canelo didn't defeat any of them. All the people that was in 60, Canelo didn't defeat any of them. Didn't even fight most of them, only fought Triple G. So this idea of like daring to be great, in those situations like where Bernard had to leave 60, go to 75 against Tarver and all that different stuff, it was because there were no opponents. Leaving when you have opponents does not look good. Now, I don't think he can beat Bivol again. Bivol even alluded to that, hey, if we're going to do a second fight, I'm coming to 68 for your undisputed. If that's what you want, this is what it's going to have to be. You got to treat me like a champion. I'll come fight you at 68 for all your belts, but I'm not just fighting you to be fighting you. If Canelo wants to make a statement, go down to 68, be on a rampage, tear everybody a new asshole to show he's still that guy, and then maybe fight Bivol next year in September. So other than that, if he don't knock off Charlo, if he don't knock off Andrade, which I think everybody on that show right now would give Canelo super props if he went from there into a September fight with Andrade and beats him at whatever weight, 64 or 68. I think I don't know he gets the same credit for taking Charlo, but I know everybody will give him credit for taking on the Andrade. He needs to just go through and wipe the whole 68 out and then come back and fight Bivol if he wants to redeem himself in this fight. That's my call.
Yeah, man, you tripping, man. You tripping. First of all, let me mute that. Okay, let me just show you something here. 54 pounds. Look at all these names. Ryan Rhodes, Alfonso Gomez, Kermit Cintron, Shane Mosley, Josecito Lopez. Cool. You don't like those names. Austin Trout, undefeated champion. Lost to Mayweather at 54. Beat Angulo after losing to Mayweather as a tune-up. Took on champion at the time, Islam de Lara, who should have been undefeated because he was robbed by Paul Williams. So then he fought Kirkland, Miguel Cotto. You don't like Khan? Cool. He fought Liam Smith, who's still out here putting hands on people. So you trying to paint this narrative that he avoided people at 54 or left names. I don't see them. Charlo was nowhere near the level of a Cotto, Kirkland, Laura, or Trout. Not ever.
Don't forget Danny Jacobs.
No, but Jacobs was at 68 when he fought. Okay. At 60, excuse me. No, but I was going there too because he said, the next division, he left names too. Okay, that's another lie because Gennady cleaned out that division. He was the boogeyman. Canelo moved up to fight the boogeyman.
Twice.
How do you, he avoided names. So then because you said that, he went back and fought Jacobs, the other champion. What are we talking about here?
And if y'all remember around that time, Jacobs approached Charlo and Charlo was acting kind of like.
Well, not only that, but Jacobs also didn't want to fight him. Even though he talked slick, he still said, "You not touching no M." So it's like, I can't fight you because you're not $1 million fighter.
Right, and he was chasing M's as he got the Canelo fight. Yeah.
But I got a super chat here from Brandon Lenz in Houston that says, "Dare to be great equals circus act ass fight where the bigger man doesn't get full credit and the smaller man gets the dare to be great excuse. Pointless." If it was pointless, it wouldn't have been the spectacle that it was last night. People tuned in for a reason. We got KO Surge who says, Benavidez said he sparred Bivol and gave it to Bivol. Benavidez will murder Canelo. Was with the not playing Bivol anthem or announcing his country. Well, I mean, they are in war and they attacked another country, so people have them on the no fly your flag list, no national anthem list for them. We got Mad Bent that says, "Give me my hoodie opportunity." We sure enough did. We're going out to some more callers. Who's next? Who's on Discord?
We have Mr. PBC.
Let's go.
Bivol, Premier Boxing Champions presents Mr. PBC, baby.
Anybody think they see some flaws in my game? Call out.
Hey, Buzz, stop crying, nigga. Join the team.
Al Heyman is a blessing to the sport of boxing.
The sun is shining, the checks stay signing.
Fuck Top Rank. Good job, Al Heyman.
Last time I checked, unification's Trump mandatory.
Cause Al Heyman and PBC offered me something bigger. Show me the money. I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby.
SDS Promotions.
PBC, baby.
Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We do.
Yo, what's fucking good? Shout out to Canelo for he came in that ring, he was like a raw piece of meat. Nothing added, no preservatives, no seasoning. Nothing that he usually does, to get the customers to believe in him. He was just a raw piece of meat. Bivol was a raw fighter, brought the jab to his head. Canelo's head movement was beautiful for a C-class fighter. It's just sad, man, that you guys went you made it this far. I mean, this reminds me of the turtle and the rabbit. Eventually the rabbit's gonna lose because he didn't skip so much shit in life. Like literally didn't skip the whole motherfucking division. He loses to the best, but beats the rest, and that's going to be his whole career. He hasn't evolved. To me, I think he's still the same since, probably Cotto. He hasn't improved at all. His head movement, he looks like a dolphin trying to hit a ball, and when he hits the ball, it's Bivol's hands hitting his head. Yo, let's keep it real. I had Bivol. I should definitely be on the fucking show to keep it real with you. I know Bivol more than y'all niggas. Y'all niggas y'all didn't even know how to spell Bivol. Like for real. Like I definitely should be the dude on today's little show. I can do the audio. I can check people I definitely need to check a few niggas who thought that Plant is better than Bivol. And that's a fucking lie. Plant was a bag of dope, just a nickel bag of dope. He wasn't nothing gradable. Like, at the end of the day, Bivol is a G and Canelo is a C-class beater upper. He's a cheater, and every cheater has their day. And that last night was his day. He came in the ring just himself. He tried to amuse us. And amuse us means he wanted to please us. Oh, I want rehydration clothes. Oh, I won't lose no drugs. But I still seen that yellow bag in the corner. So at the end of the day, Bivol is a top fighter, and y'all should respect fighters and stop respecting people who move around in weight divisions just to amuse you. That's my call.
Sad, man.
That was crazy.
America's school system is...
That was crazy.
America's school system is very...
These downgrading.
It's just sad that this is what America teaches our children, and then these are the men that we develop. He wants you to give Bivol credit. In his call, his last phrase was, "We should respect fighters." While 2 minutes and 45 seconds he was disrespecting Canelo, but wanted you to give Bivol credit.
For beating Canelo.
So how do you degrade Canelo, but then say Bivol is great because he beat Canelo, but then turn around and say he's a cheater and a C-class fighter, but we should give Bivol credit. So should we say that Bivol is the beater of C-class fighters and not really been tested because he beat a cheater, that you're telling us that's what he is? Like, you're an idiot.
Let's make
I'm
it
just
clear.
sorry. Like, you guys are stupid, man.
This
Jesus
is only
Christ.
a win for Bivol and Stardom. The crowd, the people, the fans that Canelo brought to his attention is what he gained from this fight.
Mhm.
But at 175, he is not great until he is tested in his own weight division. Canelo was the one that moved up. Canelo was the one that was chasing greatness. Let's be real about it. I'm not even a Canelo fan. I'm just being
Would
real.
Bivol be great if he would have knocked out Canelo?
I mean, it would have helped his case for sure. Nobody has ever knocked out Canelo.
It would have intimidated the rest of the champions at 175.
Definitely.
Victor Vega says, people say cherry pick gone wrong. Bivol was never a cherry pick. Give both fighters their props. Exactly.
We never said Bivol was a champion. We said we don't know who Bivol is. He
Well,
showed
you
us.
said that.
Well, I'm speaking on behalf of the casuals too. That if they didn't see that through Canelo, if you last night when you watched the fight, you didn't see Bivol until that night. Well, Canelo just brought you to his attention.
But at the same time, look, that's how I feel. Like, Bivol beat him, but I didn't see Canelo get like fucking destroyed.
Exactly. He never even went down against a bigger fighter.
So
You know?
I mean, he can still come back.
To me, that shit was great, but I think overall Canelo was not looking for the win in last night's fight. He was testing his own strength, his own ability, his own capabilities to take on the Triple Gs, the David Benavidez, the Charlos, because if you can withstand a light heavyweight like Bivol, because we respecting him, he had a great performance last night, and if you could withstand an ass whooping like that, then you're gonna be more than prepared at your own division. Let's not be real. Canelo, we didn't seen him break Billy Joe Saunders' eye socket. Like, let's stop playing like Canelo don't have power. Like, his power is ridiculous at his level. So he wanted to test himself and see, can I get hit by this powerful ass puncher without getting knocked down? And you did it. And in real fighters' eyes, yeah, you passed the test. You still gonna sell.
Yeah.
We still love you.
And that's the thing. Real fighters know what they saw. But let me go out to long time listener. I'm talking about, 10 years, no doubt. Maybe even 11 because he's heard me on other shows. Matt in Ohio, what up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Hey, I just wanted to vent a little bit about how the Dazn app just seems like it's getting worse and worse. Like, did you guys find it annoying that you couldn't see any of the in-between rounds for anything? All you get is trailers, the Top Gun, and all this other bullshit. And now you got to pay for a pay-per-view on top of your subscription fee because they overpaid Canelo and Anthony Joshua. You know, like, I know I'm not the only one annoyed by it, right?
I'm definitely annoyed that any app, when both DAZN and ESPN put commercials, I don't understand how you're charging me a subscription fee and I got commercials. There's no commercials on Showtime. There's only in-app commercials, which means I am a subscriber of Showtime. They have a new show coming out called, I don't know, Billions.
The Shy,
and they give me a fucking commercial, a promo for The Shy. They don't give me Tide and Enterprise Rent-A-Center like these other cocksuckers who are stealing my money.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't know. It just seems like they overpaid for Canelo and Anthony Joshua, and they don't have enough subscribers to make up for it. So now we get all this bullshit. I mean, I thought it was even strange that they had a separate broadcast for Barstool Sports or whatever. Like, I don't think I've seen that before. It's just like they're
yeah. That's not the first time, bro. That's not the first time. Barstool is very popular, and they've been able to prove with their analytics that there are people that would prefer to listen to them. It's insane to me to say this, but I was around some 25-year-olds that was like, they didn't know I was listening. So I'm like hearing their conversation, and they're simply like, yo, we should change it to the Barstools. Why are we watching this? And I'm like, fucking hell. Look at these young punks. Hello? Who's this?
Yeah, I'm here.
Matt, who?
You there?
You good, Matt? Keep going.
Okay. No, that's all I had. And I thought it was an exciting main event, and really, I was more excited to see Montana Love, and he didn't look spectacular or anything, but he got the job done. It was just I don't know. I don't think it was a great matchup for him, but he did what he had to do and got the win. So I'm looking forward to hearing more from him.
Pretty great entrance.
That entrance was extra
I
whack.
didn't see
First of all, I didn't know who the fuck was that rapper.
OG Genesis.
Cut it. That's the song you play every day.
It don't matter. He must not be a star. I'm not carrying nobody's dog.
Nah, I got you on that.
Think about it. Would Future carry that dog? Would Meek Mill carry that dog? Would Bobby Shmurda carry his fucking dog? Like, no real A-lister rapper's gonna walk you to the ring and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna walk you to the ring and carry your fucking dog.
Yeah, I wouldn't carry somebody else's fucking dog.
That's whack. I'll walk your dog if I'm your man, but carry your dog?
What kind of dog was it?
A little Frenchie.
Okay.
But I heard they're the ones that like about $200K. Those are Frenchies.
Yeah, those expensive.
Yeah.
Especially the real breeds.
Yeah. Special breeds right there.
All right, who is next on the Discord?
We have Keem the Dream.
All right, Keem, what up? Keem. Where the fuck is Keem's intro? I lost it.
Wait a minute. You say you know boxing?
Yeah. What is it? Maybe I don't know.
Tell me what a pool counter is.
Pool counter? I've never heard that term before. That must be your term. You must have been.
No, fair shake. HBO need to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit.
Keem, you there? You gotta unmute. You unmuted. All right, who next?
Well, we got David Maldonado in New York City.
Listen, Vegas don't know nothing. The world don't know nothing. Only I know everything.
We did it first, and we motivate even the greats.
Oh, what a big shot by Lopez. I told everybody.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
What he done to the boxing world to be number one in a junior weight division?
SDS Promotions.
Maldonado.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yo, what's good, man? Yo, the highlight of the night was Jessica McCaskill. And as far as that fight, Canelo is still the second greatest Latin fighter of all time. But whenever a fighter is moving up in weight classes, especially those weight classes, light heavyweight, that guy was damn near a heavyweight that he fought. You're not going to beat those bigger guys by walking them down and hitting them with power shots on the arms. You know, he should have took a page out of Roberto Duran's book. When Duran moved up to fight the huge Iran Barkley, he didn't use his power that he was knocking smaller guys out with. Duran boxed him. He used feints. He was setting up shots. He was rolling with the punches, and he beat him. Canelo, in my opinion, should take a little break. He's been fighting. He's been active. He's been fighting 3 times a year. He should take a break. Let these guys build themselves up. He should come back down to 168. I still think Canelo beats Charlo. He beats Benavidez. He beats Andrade. He beats all those guys. He needs to stay away from Bivol. If Bivol would have let his hands go more in those last 2 rounds, he probably would have stopped Canelo. But there's a lot of people, there's a lot of channels out there that's really having a party behind Canelo losing, especially the race channels. Forget about it. They're having a festival right now with Canelo taking that L. But Canelo's bounced back before in the past. He did it with Mayweather. I believe Canelo's one of those fighters that he can bounce back from the loss, and I believe that he will. He sort of had the Felix Trinidad effect. He fell in love with his power, and he just went in there throwing one shot at a time, the way Trinidad did when he fought Bernard Hopkins. And I don't see Canelo beating Bivol. When Canelo fought Kovalev, in my opinion, he looked this slow in that fight. But Kovalev had just came out of a 12-step program and was beaten half to death by the dude he fought before that. So he was finished by that time. By the time Canelo touched him, he evaporated. But Bivol is a bigger guy that can box. He can move around. He has Olympic pedigree. And a lot of people seem to forget that there were rumors that Andre Ward retired early because he was actually avoiding Bivol. I don't believe that, but they were saying that. So I think Canelo needs to just stay away from Bivol. He needs to go back to 168, clean that division out, and then if he chooses to have one more fight before retiring, cash out and fight Bivol, and then see what happens. But Canelo's still a legend. He's not number 1 pound for pound no more in boxing. That's how it works. Right now, my top 5 is Terrence Crawford, number 1, Usyk, number 2, Errol Spence, number 3, Canelo, number 4, and the Monster, number 5. And that's my call.
Appreciate you, bro. Everybody remember
none of them dudes he mentioned challenged themselves like Canelo did. None of them fought a Floyd. None of them fought a Bivol.
They don't understand the challenge. They just see that Bivol.
They just see win and loss. That's it.
And they don't understand what it is.
They all see win and loss. It's pretty sad. But I got Victor Vega that says people. No, we did that. Ariel Loves to Dance says Canelo looked mad regular. Can't lie about that. He did look basic. Because he didn't adjust. He kept doing the same thing. I don't know. It's like everybody else is saying it. He fell in love with the power. He believed that he was gonna knock someone out.
He did.
He was missing big time.
Everybody remember we do got the Super Chat wheel. So Super Chat's $10 and up qualifies you for a spin on that wheel. On that wheel, we got T-shirt raffle. We got the hoodie raffle as well, which is actually a $15. Then we got the loser turn on there as well, and a signed Polaroid, which we got a lot of signed Polaroids over this past weekend in San Diego at the Benavidez Mansion. So yeah, just keep that in mind as you do Super Chat and give us your take on last night's fights.
Bring that money, spend that motherfucker.
Tony Salgado actually won the last raffle of last night. He won a TBV hoodie.
I didn't even know that.
He ain't even know he had won. So when he got here, I checked the list and I'm like, bro, you won a hoodie last night. You know that? He was like, nah. And I actually gave it to him on the spot. So that's one less package I got to ship.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Hey, Ned, speaking of that, though, from Border Wars, I got an IBO medal ring.
Oh, yeah.
I got cap.
I think I have some. I got to check. But I think I have some here. Not here, but in the house.
And if you got any TBV merchandise in the studio, I just, support.
We got to see what we got. I think there is some shirts. Are there more shirts left and hoodies? Or hoodies and hats? One of the two.
We about how there. Stuff been going like hotcakes right now. We got a shipment coming in. Only thing we had arrived so far was the gloves, but we couldn't even get all the gloves because we had to take it through the airport. My bags was full. So I guess Monday we're going to start getting more stuff.
Hey, but this
in,
hat,
more
this hat
shipments.
is legit, man. Hold up, let me take it off. This fucking hat.
Show it to the camera.
It got the quality. I seen the episode.
Man, this is like
right in
suede.
Front of you. Right in front of you.
Is this a camera right here?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Dang, and it's red on the bottom.
Got the boxing glove on the
The
back.
label on the back of the snap.
Hey, this is legit, bro.
For a hat, remember it's $25.
Yeah.
Cash App Nest GTO.
Yeah, we still got some more if
It's
you
on
want
the screen
one.
now. Cash App Nest GTO $25. You get the hat.
Make sure you send your name and address. Anybody that's
Please.
already Cash App and you're like waiting, if you didn't send your name and address, there's no way we can give you anything. But I got Mr. PBC that says Canelo head movement was trash and his skill was good against C-class fighters. He needs drugs and that yellow bag in the corner.
Yellow bag?
Tripping.
What is that? What's the yellow bag thing?
Bruh, that's some weirdo.
Like, what does that mean?
I have no clue. Did you see a yellow bag in the corner?
I ain't seen no yellow bag.
Attention to that.
I'm confused.
Man.
You know, tell him what he's saying.
Brother Michael $50 super chat.
Yeah. Boom. He sent the whole bag.
He sent the yellow
Let's
bag.
go ahead and spin the wheel. He sent the yellow bag in the corner. We spinning the wheel for that $50 super chat. Polaroid. Let's hope you get a David Polaroid so it's worth it, because that was a big super chatty. And he goes on to say, Montana Love got stunned twice in the fight, had him to readjust for the win, and thoughts on the future of the heavyweight division. TBV number 1 for boxing, with the boxing glove emoji. Look, like I told Terrell, you know, he wins. He won. He lives to fight another day. He didn't look his best, but a win is a win is a win, and he got that belt, which will put him in line for a real belt. As far as the heavyweight division, it's always a good division. I mean, the heavyweights bring out the casuals. I'm looking forward to seeing Trevor Bryan, who we got to see in the gym at Bones Adams, take on Daniel Dubois.
Oh, did you see him talking trash on the speed bag? He was talking, I forgot exactly what he was saying, but he was talking some good trash, you know what I'm saying? Up in the fight, it looked like he believing in himself. He had Larry Holmes in the background, because Larry Holmes is in camp with Trevor Bryan, I guess just watching and giving tips and things like that. So Trevor Bryan looking all right, man. He looking confident. He ready for Daniel Dubois.
Well, let's hope, because this puts him on the big stage. This will be his first fight on real television, network. I mean, I don't even think that we get it to watch it in America. I think this is going to be a BT UK type of thing anyway.
We'll have to stream it.
Riding the A70 with the $2 super chat, which normally means haters. The caller spitting facts. Ducks top dogs at 54 and 60. So Cotto wasn't a top dog. Trout wasn't a top dog. Floyd wasn't a top dog. Laura wasn't a top dog. I'm glad you don't know. I'm glad you're showing you don't know boxing, man. Vic B, called you a girl by mistake. Vic B, stop the dare to be great. BS. He got overconfident and got rolled on. Okay. I mean, I guess Mikey got overconfident because he thought he could beat Earl. I guess Rigo got overconfident because he thought he could beat Loma. And so did Brooke. Why do we change it for certain men? Some men like Sugar Ray can move up and dare to be great and put quarters in his pocket at the weigh-in and, he's a legend because he did it. But now, this guy, no, he's BS. It's BS.
He loses.
Fucking weirdos. Rod in the A70 says, that's his third one, but I think maybe 2. Nope, definitely 3. So ring the alarm. I'll do it because you don't have yours. And he's coming for Rel. He said, dude in the red shirt, laughing out loud. What? He said, dumb take on El Nello. See, so he's hating because now he's El Nello because he lost. He took the L. I like that, though. Pretty creative, though.
You talking about Junis?
No, you the one in the red shirt with the dumb take on Canelo.
Oh, I mean,
El Nello.
shit. Okay.
El Nello, right?
It is what it is.
Mad Bet 100 says, Better Beef is the monster at 175. Bivol, according to experts, had no chance. Summer belongs to Keith One-Time Thurman. Let me ring the alarm for Mad Bet. Definitely number 5. And I'm going to go to, what is this? This is J. Will in Ohio. What is up? Even though I can't find your fucking intro. Do-do-do.
Like I know, you should lie low. I used to get it in Ohio.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Talk straight into the mic, J. Will. You just cut out.
My bad. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Good fight last night. Good show today, fellas. Let's get to it. I got to stop that narrative that's being pushed right now that people are just beating up on Canelo for no reason because he lost, and it's this narrative that as soon as a fighter loses, everybody just get done with the fighter. That's not really true, because at the end of the day, when Sean Porter loses, we don't have no problem supporting him his next fight, and don't nobody give him no flack. Hell, when Jamel lost to Harrison,
people will still, giving Jamel his love because when they go out and they fight, they go and leave it on the line. The shit that Paulie said last night that really stood out was anytime Canelo gets pushed or anytime it's like a touchy fight and it's 50-50 going into the championship rounds, he folds his 10. He doesn't go for it. And that's supposed to be a Mexican warrior. The Floyd fight and the Bivol fight, when he obviously had to dig down, find some grit and fight, he didn't do it. He's sitting there dancing around, looking all cool in the videos and shit. Like, nah, Canelo is not the typical Mexican warrior. And that's why when he does lose, people are there to call him a fraud. Because it's like, it's one thing to say that you're the number one pound for pound guy, and then you're the Mexican dude or whatever. But then, like, anytime you are really pressed and you don't really bite down and really just try to go get the dub, you want the judges to bail you out every fucking time. That people don't respect that. So there's a clear difference between when Sean Porter goes out and loses 2 or 3 times and we still supporting him versus when Canelo loses, people are like, he's a fraud because he goes around thinking he's God, goes around thinking that can't nobody touch him, and he calls Caleb playing, he's good, but he's all right, but he ain't real, and this dude ain't that, this dude ain't that. But you still got the same issues from when you fought Floyd up until now. But, you talk about everybody else's game, so I think it's the lack of humility, and then plus, like I said, when shit hits the fan, he folds his tent. That's my call.
All right, and you're entitled to it, man. Everybody's entitled to
I just gotta say it
call.
again. That's for those that don't understand. Canelo is naturally 160, naturally 168. He fought Bivol at 175, which is light heavyweight. It's not his division. He fought an old Kovalev at 175. Kovalev was already older, and he knocked Kovalev out at 175. We know that. But Bivol was a young, undefeated champion in his own weight division. Weight didn't affect him. At the end of the day, Canelo was chasing greatness. You guys got to realize that he will go on to prosper after this loss. Regardless of how y'all feel about it, he tested himself. And if you ask me, personally, from a fan perspective, he passed. He didn't get knocked down one time. He continued to back Bivol up, even though Bivol guard was on point. Bivol had an amazing guard, but he didn't just do what he wanted to do. All right, so Canelo, just let it. Canelo fine. He fine. He probably laughing at y'all. So.
Well, we got other callers. If you want to call in, you want to voice your opinion, you want to tell us how you felt about last night's big fight with Canelo Alvarez losing to Dmitry Bivol. The number is 1425-569-5241. You could also join our Discord, which we have the link pinned in the live chat. And you can go ahead and join our Discord. Call us from Discord from anywhere in the world. Speaking of Discord, Austin.
Who next? We have Coach Myers.
Let's go with Coach Myers.
Hey, Daddy.
I want 10 from next.
That shit gonna be easy. Tell your nigga to be quiet.
This a dollar beat.
You got hurt by getting pulled.
This a dollar beat.
Man, damn. I believe in, you're gonna go through trials and tribulations. Man, damn. Definitely, that's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else wants. Like I said, I'm gonna get these straps. I'm gonna go over there and take his shit too.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, man. All right. First off, I was wrong. I thought Canelo would get him out of there. I didn't think Bivol would survive 12 rounds, so I was wrong on that. Shout out to PBC, J-Mac. They was right on that pick. But I do think Canelo just made the bag bigger, man. Now he got another rival, man. So that makes the bag bigger for him in the sense of now all he got to do is go down to 168. He can fight somebody like Benavidez, right? Let Bivol fight the winner of, Smith and Beterbiev. And then he could come back up to 75 and potential fight for undisputed at 175. In the meantime, building up the fight as the rematch. So, I mean, the door is open in the loss at the same time, so he can still go back down to 68, possibly come back up and fight for undisputed at 175 too. So, I mean, Canelo's still in the driver's seat either way. So that's how I look at it. But that's my call.
All right. Let me go to Boston, Massachusetts.
Yo, first of all, let me say, I don't pay Showtime to see you all there not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. If I want to see two motherfuckers just fight, I pick up a fight with somebody in the street. Don't need that shit. You don't love that sport, my dude? Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Next, what a great show. Thumbs up, donate. Happening, people.
What up?
Mr. Gibbs. Yo, Bo.
What up?
Yo, hit me with 3 crows right there, baby. Hit me with 3 crows.
Oh, you gonna get hit with 3 crows, all right.
Talk straight into the
I
mic,
got
punk.
you marinated since last week. Hey, yo, we cannot be dodging these crows here, bro. I'm the first one getting a crow in a big fight like this. This is a tradition of TVB, bro.
You're an honorable man.
The due respect to TVB tradition is of the scale, bro. Ridiculous, bro. It's a pillar of the community, this fucking crow. Any fucking way. Yo, Canelo did great. He did great. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. He did what he could. Like Ness said, try to achieve greatness. But the dude was just too big for him, bro. Dude look fresher. He looks like younger. I think they're the same age, but he looked like a lot fresher, bro. Maybe because he got less fights, who knows? But it's just like everything that Canelo threw didn't pass the guard. You guys saw the first round that he threw an uppercut at the end of the round, that he got Bivol in the corner, and that uppercut didn't pass the guard. And fucking Canelo threw that shit with all his might on the first round. When I saw that, I knew what time it was. He's just not going to crack through that. Pretty simple, bro. Do just better. Do just better. That's that. You got to give it to Canelo, bro. He ain't going nowhere. He's still a star. Everybody out there, Viva Mexico. Shout out to your people. Representing, you brought fucking glory to your tribe, baby. You did, even on the loss. We appreciate that as a boxing fan. Everybody out there, really important to support the show, donate, subscribe, and all the good shit. Gotta go. I'm out.
Adios, amigo.
All right. Well, Georgie Porgy, thank you for calling in. And we're going out to C-Dub in Alabama.
Yo, what's happening?
What up?
TVV, Ness, ring me down. How we gonna go?
What up?
Yo, man. Let me eat the crow. Let me get the crow one time.
No problem.
And if you remember, I'm eating crow not because I was wrong on the pick. I was wrong because I said Bivol would beat him, but I'm eating crow because I thought the judges would rob him. I don't know why people thought, this 175 dream of Canelo 175, like my boy was saying. People just got to smarten up, man. Canelo is not 175. He beat an old, over-the-hill Kovalev. He's not going to beat a prime Bivol or a prime Beterbiev. He's not. But I thought the judges were going to rob him. So, but they didn't. So shout out to the judges doing the right thing. One time. Yeah, you need to go back to 150.
All right. Well, we got James Benitez that says counterpunches for Mr. PBC. Mr. PBC, counterpunch for you. Are you there? Is he there? He's not there. In the meantime,
Hey, Ness, I just want to say it's all about marketing, man. Dazn, Eddie Hearn, Canelo, all these guys is in cahoots with each other. It's a marketing scheme. I mean,
what do you mean?
At the end of the day, they wanted Bivol for a reason.
Eddie wanted Bivol for a reason.
Well,
I think he wanted Bivol because that's who he had on his stable, and that's how he could draw Canelo back to Matchroom. I got Info Joe.
Because you know, there ain't no show without Info Joe.
Are you ready for our next bout? Let me hear you.
Shout out to the boxing god.
It's showtime.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Fight starts now. Give the fans a show and let your hands go.
SDS Promotions.
Puff Puff Pastries on IG. Satisfy that cannabis infused sweet tooth.
Yo, what's up, champ?
What up,
Real
Info?
in the building too.
Real in the building.
What up, Info Joe?
Oh man, it's cool to see y'all, man. That's cool to see y'all. What's up, Bo?
What's
Bo,
up?
why you don't like mac and cheese, man? I heard you, man.
I just don't eat mac and cheese, bro. I just don't eat it. You know, I
Was
just
that
don't eat it.
barbecue good?
Actually, I was working.
LA shit.
I was working the whole show, and then after the show, I went to get a plate, and all the food was gone. So
it definitely was good.
Damn.
So yeah, it sounded like it was good anyway, and it smelled good.
But I couldn't taste it.
That's right. That's right. Let's get on to this boxing real fast. First things first, man. I told Don, man, if he was right, I was gonna shout him out, man. He been talking about Bivol since before the Caleb Plant fight. So shout out to Don for calling that. Everybody calling in talking about they was Bivol fans and all of that, man. Don was been calling this for a long time. So don't act like everybody just jumping on the Bivol wagon. I wasn't. Give me that crow. I had picked Canelo. Slept on Bivol. Get that crow. Barbecue
crow coming right up.
Barbecue crow.
Any sauce?
With that mac and cheese.
Oh, mac and cheese.
That's right. That's right. Shout out to Bivol, man. I was more worried about, of course, the politics of boxing and the politics of the world, since he was a Russian and the war and everything. They was gonna rob that dude too. So shout out to the boxing guys and shout out to boxing, because the world would have, the boxing fans would have went crazy if Canelo would have won. I'm not gonna shit on Canelo. The dude did move up, gave it his best. You know what I'm saying? And he fell short, man. A good big guy always beats a small good guy. I just slept on Bivol though. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Bivol, man. He did that awesome jab he got. I like his ring general. I like he didn't fold. And one thing that separated him from the rest, the dude showed heart. And in his mind, he been saying this, I don't care what they say. You know what I'm saying? The crowd or whatever, I'm going to win in his mind. So that just shows you the will of a man, but he put that work in though also. That's all I got, my brothers. It's called to get my crow. Hey, the show
Info
yesterday
Joe.
was awesome.
I just want to
Chan?
say, man, that's not necessarily true. You remember Mario Barrios and Tank? Tank fought a Mario Barrios that was undefeated, and he was the bigger fighter, and Tank knocked him out.
But I don't think that Mario Barrios was just the overall better fighter than Tank, though, too.
Just like how we felt
Now, there
about
was another
Bivol
Tank.
against Canelo, you know?
Yeah. I get your point. That's a good point. That's a good point. Word up. I got you. Because I slept on Bivol like that, too.
I did too,
Yeah, I got you,
Info.
brother.
I did too.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace. Joe, thanks for calling in. We going out to pound for pound.
Give Mr. PBC back if you want to get his counterpunch in.
All right, let's do a counterpunch for Mr. PBC before we get to pound for pound in Canada. Jose.
What's good, man? And this is gonna be about 50 ducks. You know, 50 bucks. I mean, what's up, Bama Bo?
What up?
You already know, man. Bivol all day, man. I done told you. I done represented you. I brought you into the camp. You definitely fucking with us. What's up, Nat? What's good with you, buddy boy?
What up?
What you think about Bivol? Let me hear what you got.
He did good, man. He got the win.
Yeah, man. Like I've been saying, I think Canelo's never really truly improved. In my eyes, I think in your eyes he did.
I mean, if he didn't improve in your eyes, that means his win don't mean shit.
Well, I knew he was going to win. I think the real win would be Better Beav and Joe Smith. Better Beav and Joe Smith are real fighters. Nothing to it. You never heard anything about them. So I think that they're the real win. The unification with them will put Bivol in the position he needs and he wanted to be. This is $50, so count that. I want to hear what everybody else got to say back here. I want to hear some debates. I mean, no one's really calling out Bivol, so.
They scared.
How you gonna call out the dude that won?
No, I mean
that's almost as stupid as calling out the dude that lost, which means the dude that won the
Canelo
biggest win.
won and Charlo called him out. What would that be? I mean, that's obviously a call out.
All I'm saying is I congratulate Bivol for his win, but he didn't prove shit. At the end of the day, if we talking as real hardcore boxing, look, I get it. You know I get in the ring too, PBC. I ain't just somebody running my mouth. I get in there, I put it all on the line too myself. So I'm just sitting here saying he 175. He's a light heavyweight. He was comfortable where he always have been in his career. Canelo is the one that moved up to chase the younger champion, bigger champion, and he did fine because at the end of the day, he wasn't in survival mode. He stayed attacking, and he never got knocked down.
And he was still walking a bigger man down.
Popping all this champagne, popping all this rosé, getting money like Jose, chain cold, Norway. Shorty want that full play. I'm like, no way. Gotta rock it like Coldplay, killing it. OJ, getting cheese like Green Bay. Call me Aaron Rodgers.
That's Danny Garcia.
Boys,
Yeah.
good evening. Good evening.
What up? What up?
Good evening. Salute to Rel. Nice to see him in the studio. Rel,
What up, Jose? El Loco.
What's up, brother? What's up? Listen, my take's going to be a bit different than what I got with everybody else, right? So my take is this. Like, if we all want Canelo to be great, and we all call him pound for pound, this is his opportunity to avenge. This is his rematch on Floyd Mayweather. Canelo is at the stage in his career where he wasn't bullied around by this guy like he was some, insignificant opponent. He had his time in that fight. He did well, and I want to see what he can actually do. I want Canelo to be pound for pound. I want Canelo to avenge this loss, and I'm excited. Like, I think this is finally a matchup that boxing needed. Let's face it, Canelo hadn't had real competition. Now there's a story. Now there's an opponent. Now there's a matchup that everybody could look forward to and be excited about. And then one last thing, Ryan Garcia's a little bitch in the back, talking shit about Canelo and his team. If you ever bring him on, tell him, hey.
He didn't say nothing disrespectful, Jose. He didn't say nothing disrespectful in that tweet.
He was being disrespectful, man. You don't do that to your boy. Your boy brought you in. He brought you in. He shared his life.
What'd he say?
He just congratulated Bivol. He just congratulated Bivol. That's it. He didn't say nothing.
You don't do that, Rel. If you're my boy and you're at my house and I invite you and my coach is coaching you and then I lose and you're shitting on me, that's not the way to do things, right?
But then again, didn't Canelo say
that's cool.
Gervonta is one of his favorite boxers to watch recently?
But that's okay. But he never directly said, hey, he never directly said shit about Ryan. Even if he did. I don't like Ryan Garcia.
He did. That was the beef. He told Ryan that
he don't work hard.
Yeah, when
like
he
that.
was in the camp, he said he wasn't working hard and putting his full effort in, and all Ryan did was congratulate Bivol. He never disrespected Canelo.
I thought he did. Anyway, my point is this: you guys want to see Canelo? You guys think Canelo's great? This is the opportunity for it to happen. Let him go in. Let him take out Triple G. Like, let him put Triple G on life support. I don't mean that factually, of course, but I mean, let him just wipe the floor with Triple G, and then let's have the rematch, man. Let's have him do it. Let's see. And all of those people who think Canelo's too small, you guys can't count out a champion, man. Everybody loses.
Right, so don't count out Triple G. Like, that's what we did against Bivol. And
no, Triple G, though, is old, my friend. Triple G is done. He's past his due date. Triple G is over. Canelo, let's give him the chance. That's my perspective. That's all I got. Lovely to see you, my friend. Keep it up, Rel. And let's bring Border Wars to Albuquerque, my friend. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm gonna catch
We
up
got
on
some super chats. Yeah, go for it.
Because I finally got enough power to get to the list. And did you get King Boxing pound for pound $4.99?
Let me let you know where we last stopped off.
I think the last one was Mad Bent 100.
You are so right.
All right, so we got King Boxing pound for pound $4.99 says win, lose, draw. I'm gonna ride with Nello. He has inspired and done so much for the Latino community. Followed by High and Low Sports Central with a $2 super chat says the boxing voice is more. Thank you, High and Low. He every day, all day with that right there. Gunner for Forever, $2 super chat says Ness with the facts. No one taking risks. Canelo did. Lambo the Husky $4.99 said if the judges weren't on crack, GGG would have been pound for pound #1 with a flawless record. We almost caught up, so I'm gonna keep on rolling. We got Team Gill 1 with a $5 super chat says again, how does a 5-1 favorite equal daring to be great? It looked like it was just the fans kind of in the betting lines. Then the
people got to
making the
understand.
bets.
Yeah, they got to understand when you bet, you change the line.
Yeah.
If you put money on Canelo, you make him a bigger favorite.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
So he got a lot of fans. He got like 20 million plus Instagram followers. So that's
And
what
it was only that big just because of the simple fact nobody knew who Bivol was.
And don't nobody know who Bivol is. Facts. ML with a $5 super chat says Canelo looked pissed when Bivol would touch him up. Nello was like, how dare you? You're not supposed to do that. Then we got Obi Amajoy.
We were saying the same thing.
MD with a $4.99 super chat says he was the favorite between 5 to 6 minus 1. I don't know exactly what that means, but how is that a risk? James Toney and Roy Jones Jr. already did the division jumps in impressive fashion. Canelo is a myth.
Mm-hmm.
Roy Jones also got knocked out.
Canelo's a myth. I just want y'all to
175.
understand. Listen, I obviously want you to super chat. Every super chat goes to getting bigger and better guests in here, but just because you super chat doesn't make it a fact. What is a fact is that Canelo's undisputed. What is a fact is that he unified 160. Another fact, he unified 54. Another fact, he got a Ring Magazine belt at 54, which means there was no other man out there that was the man that he had to beat to become the man. No, they crowned him the man at 54, at 60, at 68. So he lost at 75. Big fucking deal. He's got 3 Ring Magazine belts for being the man at 3 divisions.
He actually won his first championship at 175. We can't forget that.
No, of course he did. But I'm just saying he's got Ring Magazines means you're the man. It's a general consensus that the people in the rankings have decided you and him are 1 and 2, and the winner makes the #1 champion of the division.
Yep, because shout out to Shakur Stevenson for getting it after the Valdez fight.
A lot of hate out here, I'm telling you, but it's all right.
We got Dana Jones, $5 super chat says, Bivol said he climbed in the ring at 183 last night, so him and Canelo probably weighed the same size and body mass matter. David Burrell stops Canelo.
David Morrell. Funny that they're still talking Canelo. Why doesn't he stop Bivol? Bivol just beat Canelo, but we're hating and talking about super
about the
chat.
guy who lost.
Yeah, super chat and say that Bivol's great. Like super chat and say he's the best.
Give him his props.
You're not giving him his props. You're making this a Canelo is a bum show because you are not really a boxing fan. But that is okay. Let's get to some other hopefully real boxing fans. What do you got, Austin?
We have King Born.
King Born in Brooklyn. What is up?
He gonna break it down.
Brooklyn Jew is coming through your town. Let's get to it. When you see old dirty bastards in a position like that, then you know they don't get ready to bust you.
I love my TVV, comrades.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Listen, man. What? Goddamn Spider Crab, goddamn Sal Shane. That's all I need. And I'm good.
SDS Promotions.
Hey, yo, y'all hear me, right? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, drop something hot on the streets.
Listen, man. Listen. First of all, I love my TBV comrades. Love my TBV live chat comrades. Let's get to the shit this week, man. First of all, I didn't get on none of the calls. I was home for a week. doing his health shit. Know what I mean? EKG, blood pressure, 125 or 85, excellent. I just got to get some glasses. I'm good to go. So King Born is straight. You heard? Listen, if your name is Scott Alexander fucking with the Mongolian Nightmare, you deserve to get knocked out in the first round. Fuck out of here, man. I thought this was. My man Zhao Zhang, Mongolian Nightmare. Let's go. Listen, I've been in Montana. I don't give a fuck about Montana. And I'm not giving him no love. Fuck that, man. He gets hate. How the fuck you think you ready for at 140 against Taylor, against Bruce Lee, great-great-grandson, Brandon Lee, and you fucking with the Russell brothers? He ain't ready, man. Put him back in the oven. Let him get nice. Let him work and get this shit on. Listen, this Canelo shit, Bivol, I'm going to be real with y'all. Only reason why I had Canelo winning, because I thought Bivol was going to get robbed. If you go to ESPN, the fight card was 118 to 110. ESPN don't got nothing to do with motherfucking DAZN. 118, 110. Saw the fight. One thing I'm going to give Canelo, he got a hell of a chin. He got one of the best chins in boxing. You can't diss him. But this fight look different when you fighting cats who don't give a fuck who you are. They don't give a fuck who the judges are. They don't give a fuck who the crowd is. They locked in and they out there to do their thing. They not trying to jump on Canelo dick talking about, yo, I can fight. They not happy they in the fucking ring with Canelo. This fight looked so different. And let's be real, Canelo didn't have a chance. He could have got knocked the fuck out. But we got to take it to 168. Canelo, leave them big boys alone. Leave Makabu alone. Leave motherfucking, you not ready for Usyk, too light in the ass. That's why we got weight classes, yo. Take his ass down to 168. Let him get it on with Benavidez. Let him get it on with Charlo. Let's see that. If Bivol got to fight Joe Smith, and the reason why Bivol had the upper hand, he fighting these killers at 175. Who the fuck did Canelo fight? He didn't fight no killers at 168. Let's keep it real. Y'all know it. I know it. The whole TBV universe know it. He ain't fighting no killers. He went to 175 for the big dude. I don't give a fuck about that Kovalev fight. We don't. The dude was washed up, took $14 million and ran with the shit. And was happy he didn't throw a right hand that whole goddamn fight. But let's get it this week, y'all.
This is why I made Border Wars, man. No, I swear to God, man. And if you watch him on the pads, he look like dog shit. Like dudes, y'all funny as hell. They don't look in the mirror. You know, how can you criticize the next man when you can't do what he could do? You ain't accomplished what he done. You got the nerve. Like, dudes need to have a little bit more respect in their motherfucking calls, man, because y'all the real bums. I've seen you fight. I've seen you attempt to hit pads. A lot of you motherfuckers look like fucking... Whew.
And that's, look, they only complaining about Canelo at 168 because he haven't fought the names we want to see.
Bro, how you gonna say he ain't fought no killers? Charlo. He fought every champion over there.
All the champions.
Like, it's sad, bro. It's sad. So I guess Bivol fought the killer.
Nah, that's it.
Did Bivol fight a killer?
They don't understand weight.
Like, I'm lost, man. It's so sad that this sport is like that. It's either you win and you great or you lost and you a fake. Like, these dudes are tripping, man. Where we last left off on the super chats?
We got Rod 870 with a $4.99 said, red shirt. We understand El Nello moved up, laughing emoji. You know, you get no credit for that. We knew Bivol was a great boxer, but we wanted Charlo and or Benavidez. Excuses.
See, that's what the people want. They want. He gonna be garbage until he fight Benavidez. He gonna be garbage till he fight Charlo or Andre.
Let one of them move up.
Let them
one weight class and
let
see
them
how
do
they
something. Let them do something. They just want to get their favorite fighter a payday. Ain't nobody getting no fucking payday. Canelo picks you. You don't pick him. Mr. PBC, 4 super chat counter punches in a row. Let's go.
Yo, what's good? Yeah, that was cute. But yeah, man, that was a beautiful fight. I just seen the skill set of Bill was rakiculous. The jab, the combinations.
The skill set. Combination.
Yeah.
What combination he threw?
You didn't watch?
Which one? I'm asking you a question.
Is your headband over your eyes?
I'm asking you a question. Which combination he threw?
I mean, I can't remember. There was so many. I mean, he was big in that head.
Okay. This is again why we made Border Wars. You saying you saying he threw a combination? Name it.
Man,
Name
Bivol,
it.
baby,
What combination
Bivol,
you
baby,
saw?
Let's go. We win this shit. We win this shit. Yeah, sit back and relax. Man, Bivol did what he had to do. Canelo had no power for dude.
Hey, Mr. PBC, he threw the 4 straight punch combination. He threw the 1, 2, 3.
He fought Joe Smith. John Pascal was a good champ.
I didn't know he was a killer, and I didn't know John Pascal, who tested positive 3 or 2 times in his career, right? Okay, right?
Man.
Who was
Canelo
a former champion? Who was a former champion? I didn't know that makes you better than current champions. I didn't know that.
Taking forever to make this fucking Sunday motherfucking TBV. So it is what it is, man. Bivol's a champ. I give all respects to Bivol and Canelo.
Oh, now you want to give Canelo respect?
Hold on, man. Let me finish. You cut me off. I give Canelo coming in there like a regular man he is. He was born a regular man. He came in there with nothing else but himself and fought somebody that's way better than him, way skilled. And that's what we need in boxing, the best fighting the best, and you see who's the best. If you have the best fighting the rest, we ain't gonna see who the best is. I think that this fight shows that Bivol's way above him. And I'll take any amount of money you want in the rematch. If you want to bet, Nestor Gibbs.
I want to bet that you're an idiot. Because how can you say the best are fighting the best, then turn around and say Canelo is a fraud? You just said the best fighting the best in Bivol fighting Canelo. Then you say Canelo's a fraud. Which one is it? Is he the best? Is he the best?
168 and
You're hilarious, bro. You're hilarious.
The country band singers, come on, bro. At the end of the day, Bivol's been doing what he had to do in that ring. He was beating that nigga up. At the end of the day, he tried to pick up Bivol, and he was still in the headlock. Like, dude, you're wasting all your energy. Like, that's why I said, like, he fought like.
That's the boxing guy stole his internet right there. Did he drop off? Is he still there or he dropped off?
I think he threw the phone down.
Yeah, the phone fell.
We got C. Claudio 199 Super Chat says Canelo and Valdez abandoned the jab and lost. Why?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
That is what you have been saying. And we got Mad Bent 100 with a $5 Super Chat says Canelo need to return to balanced diet of fruits, vegetables, water, and lean animal protein.
I did say he was in a vegan diet for this fight.
Yeah, he was. He was on a vegan diet.
It didn't seem like it. He looked kind of sloppy at 175. If you look at
looked too big.
His lower back, he had a little jelly.
Yeah, he had some chichos going on. I ain't noticed, honestly.
Let me slide one more in there.
RC Boxing 411.
Yup. And he $5. He say if Canelo dares to be so great, then I think he meant then why didn't he fight Charlo, Andrade, or Benavidez?
Give him a chance, people.
He turned down EJ fight and Wilder can't box, ? What did Canelo do? Man, you got a lot on your heart. RC.
Need to find Jesus.
We got Texas Bulldog Boxing.
Oh, Bo, let me just touch up on that last super chat.
Go ahead.
He said, what did Canelo do? Canelo has stolen multiple divisions from 54 all the way to 75. He has won titles. He's undisputed at 168, meaning he has every championship. He's took those from every champion at 168. At 160, I mean, he a champion there. He's a champion at 154.
Has he ever been knocked down?
How is this not Hall of Fame? How is this not Hall of Fame tier? Never been knocked down. He just fought the young, strong, light heavyweight at his own division.
They say Triple G got a chin of steel. Meanwhile, my man fought in his same career his entire fucking life. Canelo's at 175 with the true chin of steel. Listen, I got Ernest in Alabama. What up?
Hey, what's up?
What up?
What's up? Can you hear me?
We do.
Okay. Canelo's a great fighter, man. I mean, he's a great fighter. He's an undisputed champ. He's just not great at 175.
That's it.
I mean,
perfectly said.
I mean, he's just not great at 175. I think he can beat Triple G. I don't know about Benavidez. I think that's a 50-50. I think These are my opinions, not yours, guys. I think if he goes for the rematch in September, he's going to lose again at 175. Because eventually you get to a point where size does matter. Weight classes are weight classes for a reason. And it eventually catches up with you the more you go up in weight. We were talking about Usyk last night. We're not talking about Usyk anymore after last night. So 168, I think 168 is his perfect weight. I think he should reign at 168. 175 is a no-go. He's going to lose again in September if he takes a rematch. And he might lose a lot more easier. That's my call.
All right. We're going to slide in a super chat here. Looks like we got Texas Bulldog Boxing, $2 super chat. I'm a Spence fan, but it's official. Bud, pound for pound, #1 currently. We got the boxer. Hi.
Next, let me say something to that super chat. Everybody sitting here saying Bud is #1. It pisses me off. How could we sit here and say Bud is #1 when he haven't fought Errol Spence, and let alone Errol Spence, you haven't fought Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman fought everybody Errol Spence fought before Errol Spence fought him and beat him.
Funny? You know what's funny? People say that, like today specifically, they said Canelo didn't fight everybody at 54.
Yeah.
Canelo didn't fight everybody at 60.
But Terrence Crawford at 147 can be the greatest in the world when he haven't fought Errol
Nobody
Spence
but
or Keith
fucking
Thurman.
Sean. And Earl hasn't fought everybody at 47, but he's pound for pound.
And why
the goalpost gets changed.
I gotta
pushed
ask
back.
why Errol ducking Keith Thurman like that. I would love to see Keith Thurman versus Errol
Well,
Spence.
he ain't got no belt, so everybody gonna say he don't got a belt, and there's no reason to fight him. Meanwhile,
dangerous.
Charlo's not even at 68, but Canelo's ducking him. You see how that works? Double standards is real funny these days. High and Low Sports Centrum says $2 super chat. The Boxing Voice is made, and Matt Bent with another one, man.
That's a good trio right there.
He said, Rel, Bivol did prove he was better. No one thought he would win regardless of being bigger. That is true. He was the underdoggy dog.
Great fight. He just didn't prove greatness.
I'm with that because unlike the other person that wasted $20 to counterpunch and not be able to say the person that he picked for, I don't know, a fucking year, what combinations, I wasn't happy with the 1, 2, 1.
Right, he was doing.
I wanted 1, 2, 3, and every time he threw 1, 2, 3, he missed. But you know these weirdos that don't know what they're watching, they're like, "Oh, this guy's great." It's like, how is he great when he was missing the 3 all night? When he led with the 3, he almost fucking spun around and fell. Did you see that when he was like?
He missed a lot.
Missed big as hell. But you calling him a great boxer?
That one time he did go out the camera shot after
he's a great boxer. Canelo's like, come on, knock me out. I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
In the ropes.
I'm on the ropes. Knock me out. He's like, no. He's like, no. Bing, bing, bing. Hello? Anybody there? Bing, bing.
And he was
Are
like
you there?
pretty much all
It's like,
night.
get the fuck out of here, bro. That's not greatness. That he won the fight. He won the fight. Not greatness. Chris Williams, people talk about Canelo's resume, but then have Bud ranked #1 pound for pound, and his resume is basura. His best fight was Sean Porter, who was on his way out. Meanwhile, that's something else that one of these weirdos said, oh, you know, Porter, that was Jay Will. Jay Will's like, oh, Porter, you know, we love him after a loss. That's not true. I thought after the Porter Crawford fight, they was talking hella shit about Porter.
Just how
I thought
how
after
it
the
ended.
Kelbrook fight, they was talking hella shit about Porter.
Oh,
Problem is, Jay Will got a short attention span. He forgot certain things. But no, I remember the minute Porter lost. No, he's like, no, we love Porter, so it don't matter anytime he lose. He fight everybody. We love Porter. Lies. Fucking
I'm
lies.
saying this with the Porter fight and Crawford fight. Porter was possibly winning on the cards up until the knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that was controversial was that with that Kenny Porter threw the towel in.
Mm-hmm.
That was what was awkward in that fight. To me, personally.
No, to everyone. Listen, there's a lot of people on Blog Talk. If you feel like we haven't gone to you, it's because you haven't pressed 1. Saquon, New York, what up?
Yo, what's good, fellas? How y'all doing?
Straight.
Yo, so
I don't want to keep talking about the Canelo. I think the biggest winner in this is Boo Boo Andre, because now Eddie got to make him fight Triple G, or Canelo got to come back, and that could be a better fight. That'll give him the clout that he needs if he comes back in September, if he fights Boo Boo. You know what I mean? So I wanted to get your and the question I got for the panel is, in the fantasy world, right? The way Canelo fought last night, would he have beaten Boo Boo? Would Boo Boo have beaten him last night?
Fuck no.
Thanks for the show. You don't think he would have won? You don't think Boo Boo would have beat him, or you think Canelo would have won, or Boo Boo would have won the way Canelo fought last night?
Why are we getting shit confused? Did we not in my fight chat? I literally said as soon as oh shit, it's like David and Goliath. He was so much bigger. Boo Boo ain't got none of the attributes, none of the characteristics of Bivol. First of all, the man's a fucking southpaw. It's not even the same fight. Like, just because one dude beat one dude don't mean everybody. You could just take him out and put the next man. Oh, now he'll beat him. That ain't how it works. Dude's a southpaw. Sloppy is all fuck. I don't know why y'all think he good. Who the fuck he beat? Like, Jesus Christ, at least Crawford beat champions and unified and undisputed. Who the fuck did Andre beat to be considered great? He looking absolutely
fight him, bro.
That motherfucker looking like hot garbage, burning under the bridge, fighting nobodies. Luke Keeler got him falling over the fucking place. Jesse Quigley.
Nobody want to fight the man.
Jesse Quigley fought him.
Right.
Jesse Quigley fought him. Luke Keeler fought him. Louis Kubazaris, whoever the fuck, everybody on his resume fought him.
Those fights, none of those fights were even close. Boo Boo trashing all. Boo Boo.
So he trashed Liam Williams. He trashed Liam Williams. He trashed Liam Williams?
Liam Williams, he got in the beginning of he in the later rounds, Liam Williams was there, but it wasn't like Boo Boo didn't control the fight. You didn't feel like the fight was at the balance.
I feel like Boo Boo sloppy as fuck. I feel like Boo Boo sloppy as fuck. Sloppy.
And why? That's what I'm saying. So
if Canelo accepted franchise. If Canelo accepted franchise to avoid Crawford, what the fuck did Boo Boo do? Excuse me, to avoid Charlo. What did Boo Boo do to avoid Charlo? He went to a whole nother promotional company.
I'm saying that the reason why I'm saying that Boo Boo is the winner is because Boo Boo is under his own umbrella.
Bruh, he got no fights left on that deal. He got no fights left on that deal. It's over. Eddie's all over social media, all over just Google Eddie Hearn and Andre, see what he say. We not re-signing that motherfucker.
There's no names over it.
Paint drying is more entertaining than that shit. They not re-signing him, and guess what? That's his own fucking fault for doing the Terrence Crawford and re-signing the Matchroom when he could have fought Jamal Charlo. Espinoza offered him a deal after his DAZN contract was up. He wanted that free money fighting them fucking nobodies over there.
But I'm saying to you, though.
Your time up, Chan. Counterpunch it up. Listen, I don't know how y'all defend them motherfuckers. Yo, like, we don't even learn from the Crawford situation. Like, there's a million Crawford fans. Oh, he the best fighter. Why he re-signed? Man, that don't mean shit. Ain't no such thing as cross the street. Then we learn our lesson. Why this dude re-signed? Y'all still defending him. Now his own promoter outing him. He looked like the new Crawford. Bob saying this dude lost a house, right? He could have bought a Beverly Hills house. And Eddie saying he'll never re-sign this dude. So that's the same situation. Neither one of them could get the fight for their fighter. Neither one of them want to re-sign that fighter.
And then that's when he comparing Bivol to Boo Boo Andre. Boo Boo Andre is 160. Bivol is 175. That's a 15-pound difference. If Canelo was hitting Boo Boo with the shots he was hitting Bivol with, I don't think Boo Boo would have lasted that night.
Let's see if it puts Boo Boo in a better position, because I guarantee you, Gennady ain't fighting Boo Boo. The Triple G trilogy is still there. Like, that's what y'all don't get, because again, you don't have a business. You can't think with a business mind. Canelo set that up. You go up, you dare to be great. Oh, you lost, you come back to the trilogy. Everybody forgets, because now they in a bigger fight. Bivol would have never done 1 million pay-per-views.
Yep.
When the numbers come out, that shit got like 5, 3, 4, 200. When Gennady fight Canelo, they doing $1 million again. Nobody gonna remember this shit. He set that up, but y'all don't even see that.
Everybody on Discord, remember, we aren't in the regular studio, so if you can't hear at moments in time, it's due to the fact that
we have a Blog Talk caller.
Right.
Blog Talk can't hit Discord. Discord can't hit Blog Talk. While we're in the temporary studio, we'll be back in our studio tomorrow. Rest of the Sticky Paws crew is actually rebuilding our home, sweet home. We got a shitload of super chats. I got GM, Sin, Land, and Landed Empire.
GMs and Land Empire 2 with the $4.99. I guess that's
You
what
got
it means.
it.
And it says Bivol was the better and more accurate, disciplined fighter! ! He fought tall, kept a distance, and outpointed Canelo.
Absolutely. I agree.
Canelo lost big time.
Now that's a super chat that's right on point. Tip Bayless up next.
He says Bivol's was
just stronger naturally than Canelo. And I think Canelo's taking those punches and trying to land big shots, tied him out. Exactly. And he put hands up emoji. Like, why would you be on the ropes just taking shots? He had no respect for Bivol, and then he had to gain respect as the rounds went on because he wasn't able to, make up that ground that he lost. Like, you taking rounds off, laying on the ropes, letting my man just rack up points. We got Obi.
Says, thanks for saying my name correct. It read between 5-1 and 6-1 favorite. Thanks for restating Nelo's past accomplishments. This not about what you did at 154. Rodney 870 says Charlo is Bivol, a 6'1", more athletic and power and chin.
He said more power. Yeah, because he knocked out Montiel. Oh no, wait, he knocked out Derevyanchenko.
Just because he beat Canelo.
What? Wait, did he knock out Korobov? Who did Charlo knock out? How the fuck he got more power? This fucking guy right here,
He's knocked
bro.
out anybody in a long time.
Bro, these guys, they just like to lie for their favorite fighter. They go in a 619. I think Canelo was an all-time great, but I'm happy he lost because I'm tired of people saying he's unbeatable since Floyd and nobody can beat him. Jose in Canada says, what's the RG tweet? Robert Garcia?
Ryan Garcia tweet.
Oh.
Ryan Garcia tweet said, quote unquote, congratulations, Bivol. You are a great, dedicated, and disciplined fighter. Great performance. End quote. Hating on Team.
Yeah,
Eddie.
I don't see that as hating on Eddie. That's congratulating the winner. Chris Williams back with another one. He says, they say Canelo ducking, but when Bud don't fight nobody, they say they scared of him. Make it make sense. I can't. I can't make that shit make sense. Texas Bulldog Boxing number 2 says, stop it. Earl number 2, easy. Bud hasn't lost. Get it. Get over it. Oh, so all you got to do is not lose, and you move up in the pound for pound rankings?
The level of competition don't matter no more.
No, it don't. It don't.
Especially if
nor
you
do the belts or the divisions that you win at. Like, this shit is hilarious for their favorite fighters. Tony Gutierrez, $5 super chat with a stupid sticker that says, "You're number 1." Thank you, brother. Thank you. It's a woman with a palm face emoji, like, just in awe looking at you.
Let's get it.
We got Forever Runaway Fashion Line. This should be Canelo's 4th loss. Real talk. Well, first of all, learn how to spell loss if you're gonna, talk shit about Canelo. But yeah, Tip Bellis, $5 super chat. Keith beat Hoskins, Bundu, Porter, Garcia before Earl. Spence fans think a win over Bud gonna get him out of the Thurman shadow.
I honestly feel like Thurman versus Crawford should be made next because, if you look at Crawford's resume at 147, yeah, we know he undisputed at 140.
But you really want Thurman versus Crawford after Thurman's performance with Barrios?
Yeah, nah. I feel like after a 2-year layoff, Thurman put on a fucking great performance. He didn't get the knockout because he didn't really go for the kill.
But he didn't get a knockout over a little dude. Who a little dude did knock out.
Yeah, but Tank, we talking about Tank, the motherfucker that's been
still
active.
Still a little dude.
Someone that came up and wait.
True.
Bo. Reschedule that though. Remember, let's give us some time. We got Tip Bellis, number 2. Keith B. No, we said that. All right. Time to go back to the calls. Who you got, Austin?
We got AMG.
Let's go, Oklahoma.
Hey, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so shout out to Bivol on the win. Shout out to Canelo for, continuing to push for greatness. The reality is that, man, we already knew this, right? The haters were going to spin it however long they needed to spin it for. If he kept winning, he's fighting nothing but bums. If he lost, you see, I told you he was a fraud. So they were just going to keep hopping until something happened. If he retired without losing again, everybody he fought since Floyd would have been a bum. The truth is, a lot of these fighters that these people cap for, they're going to be forgotten in 5 to 10 years after they retire, maybe less. Forgotten. Nobody's going to remember them. And then last thing, Ness, have you ever heard the Spanish saying, "Cero a la izquierda"?
Perro a la izquierda?
No, cero a la izquierda.
No.
It means you're a fucking zero to the left of the decimal point. That's what these haters' opinions mean in the grand scheme of the world of boxing and the history of boxing.
Very true.
It is what it is.
Very, very true, man. When it's all said and done, none of these calls or super chats will matter. Only thing will matter is what the Hall of Fame in Canastota and Las Vegas have, which are that Canelo is in ATG. You can argue with me all you want, but your favorite fighter has to accomplish something to be alongside of him in that salon. Let me get to some other super chats here, right? Austin, what you got?
We have TBV People's Champ.
TBV, Brandon, get your shit together. We about to go to you. We got Boat Hype with another super sticker. Well, we received the super sticker, and this one is a hippopotamus? No,
it's like a little GG hippopotamus.
Yeah, like a hippopotamus sticker. Shout out. We appreciate the super stickers. And we are going to
we got big
Brandon.
Okay.
Hello, ladies.
Anybody that know me know I've been a player, whether it was in Alabama, Ohio, or anywhere around the globe.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
I've been smashing Telly Swifts, man. I didn't have to become a millionaire to get that caliber of woman. One of the people's choices, one of the fan favorites, a guy that can galvanize this crowd such as myself. He's too ugly to be the world champ. The world champ should be pretty like me.
The AJ of trucking. Yep, Brandon in Cincinnati.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, can y'all hear me? How's my audio?
Straight.
This Discord be acting weird. First, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Let's get to the fight. I think I scored it 8-4, Bivol. But I'm starting to learn this similar to the Usyk and AJ. Any fighter, when going against a flat-footed, slow, not a guy that's really fleet of foot like a AJ or Canelo, if you're able to take a step back, circle, throw the 1-2. Well, in this case, the 1-2-1. Bill was throwing straight shots right down the middle that were just connecting to the guard. If you're able to do that, just circle the perimeter of the ring, stand your ground when necessary, and not really rest on the ropes for long periods of time, you're going to probably beat these guys. And that's what Bivol was able to do. He didn't let the pressure of Canelo coming forward all night, mentally drain him and have him fatigued towards the end of the fight. He was just circling, throwing straight shots, then spend time on the ropes, and he was conditioned enough to, towards the end of the fight, still be able to land big punches, which is what Plant and Kovalev weren't able to do. Towards the end of those fights, Plant started sitting on the ropes, Kovalev started sitting on the ropes, and that's where they was at when they got slept. So shout out to Bivol for having the conditioning and game plan to pull that off. Canelo just looked like the extra weight might have just had him fatigued. He was head hunting, something he usually doesn't do. If somebody's covering up, blocking with the high guard, he'll go to the body. He was throwing one punch at a time to the body. It wasn't a consistent body work like he usually does. He just didn't look like Canelo. As far as a rematch go, I mean, he's got to commit to the body if he's gonna have a chance in this fight. Because, like I said, Bivol has the ability to just box on the back foot without getting tired for 12 rounds. So all in all, it was a good fight. Some of the rounds were closer in the beginning of the fight than people made them out to be. I think Bivol pulled ahead towards the middle end of the fight. I do think Canelo has hit his wall as far as weight. I've been saying he wasn't going to be better beef. And we see he can't beat Bivol. I think it's best he just go down to 168, defend his straps, and then wait for people like Charlo and Andre to move up and fight them once he's done with like Benavidez and people that are already there. Other than that, he ain't got nothing to hang his head on. I mean, he's accomplished a lot, and he said he wanted to get his lick back. So props to him for that, for not making no excuses. Other than that, gentlemen, you guys have a good night. Salute to Bivol for putting on that performance. If they do rematch it, I have him winning. That's my call.
All right, we got a lot of new callers on Blog Talk. We're going to go to them in just a second. First one up is in the 254. 254. Who this?
It's Taylor.
Taylor, where you calling from?
Yeah, Killeen, Texas.
Say what?
Originally from Oakland. I'm calling from Killeen, Texas. I'm from Oakland, though. Oakland, California.
That's the street from Dallas.
But first time caller, man. You guys show seem pretty interesting.
All right, well, brother, thank you for calling in, man.
Hit that subscribe button, brother.
All right. I will do that. I'm 64 years old. You guys have a word out there. You say keep it a buck. Keep it real. Okay. If you know, I looked at that fight last night. I couldn't have gave.
Champ, I need that name one more time. I'm sorry.
Taylor.
Taylor. Apologies. Taylor in
64,
Texas.
I've been watching boxing for years, but my friend, he's Hispanic. He actually cried. Seen a grown man cry. But
man, salute to you. You that old and you tuning in. Salute.
Yeah, man. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, we couldn't understand him. I said, what is happening? What's happening? I just think this guy was a real light. His weight, he was a real light heavyweight. And so I always tell my boy, I said, look, man, I don't like him because he ran from all those. He wouldn't fight. He wouldn't clean up his divisions. And then he made a statement that he was not fighting a Hispanic guy or a black guy. And I say, what would the media do if they had a black fighter say they wouldn't fight like we want to see Spence and Crawford? They don't want to fight each other because they're the same race. Canelo said that, so I never could give him credit after that. That's the way I see it.
I hear you.
Did you hear that statement?
I did not.
Did you guys know he said that?
No, I did not.
He pretty much saying that Canelo said he wouldn't fight Hispanic fighters, and what would that look like if Crawford?
Canelo just did an interview this week where he said he's gonna have to fight Benavidez. So Benavidez seems pretty Hispanic. I was with him yesterday, so he's pretty Hispanic. So
Right, but he made that statement. Media did cover it. I didn't think they would cover it because Hispanics is leading. They travel well. They're taking over in boxing. They always have a crowd. Even though that crowd didn't look good last night, they were panning around. They had a lot of seats missing. A lot of people went in their seats. So, and he's a big draw. Canelo is.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a good fighter. I think he just stepped up too far. And he need to go down there and fight, especially the guy that's in the same camp. The one you guys were talking about, Andre. They only got to change no different networks or nothing. They can have that fight.
Canelo a free agent. He go on any network he want to go on.
Now he was not with over there across the pond with what's that guy?
Dazn, Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, he's with Dazn for the next two fights.
I thought Eddie had him and Andre. I thought they would.
He's with Dazn for the next two fights. But Taylor, that is your call. We are giving people 3 minutes per person. We got new caller in Elizabeth, New Jersey, in the 908. Who's this?
Yo, this is Cruz from Jersey, man. What's up? First time caller. Love the show.
What's up? You said King?
Cruz.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, man. So listen, I'm a huge Canelo fan, man. But when we call it at the end of the day, man, dude, just he got outclassed yesterday, and even at the end of the fight, you heard him say no excuses, and there is no excuses. But for everyone that's on a parade boat right now, really just hating on Canelo, my question to them, especially when they want to reference other boxers from other divisions, ask yourself, would Charlo do the same thing? Would Benavidez do the same thing? And I just got to give Canelo some credit, man. Not too many people got the balls to really just jump up to 175 and fight a young champ, man. For real. Like, Bivol was getting busy last night. I don't think Canelo is I think he should really just stay at 160, 168. That's his natural weight. And, yeah, man, I don't even think he should take a rematch with Bivol right away. I don't think that's for him. But I will say something that really surprised me about the fight was not even with Canelo, but Eddie Reynoso. I thought he would. I look at Eddie Reynoso as someone who has a very high IQ when it comes to boxing. I still think he's an amazing trainer, but I would have loved to see something come out different from the corner for them to respond for Bivol. But that's my take. Love the show, guys. Keep up the great work. I don't watch too many boxing channels, or at least take them serious, but this one I do. Thanks for the call.
Appreciate you, man. We got a counterpunch cutting the line. Majimbe, New Jersey. What up?
You guys doing?
All right, we're good.
Man, I haven't been able to listen to the show today, but all I want to say is, if I see a lot of people just ragging on Canelo, like Bivol was trash and he was supposed to beat him. I called in and I had Bivol. I love the sport because of fighters like Canelo that challenged themselves, like Floyd Patterson, like Archie Moore, that decided to move up and wait and really go, test themselves.
Unlike Triple G.
Unlike Triple G, unlike Crawford.
Well, Crawford moved up. You can't take that from him. He moved up 2-3 divisions already.
When was the last time he fought hold on, guys. A second. Give me a second. When was the last time he fought an undefeated fighter? Undefeated champion.
I mean, there's not undefeated champions unless he moves out of his division like Canelo.
He should have, though. That's what I'm saying. Why don't these guys test themselves? We need to give this guy merit. He deserves it. Give him his flowers now. I'm not saying, did I think that he was the best fighter right now? No. Do I think he's a great fighter? Yes. And we should be praising him for being a great fighter. Floyd ruined things by making people think that you need the O. No. You need to test yourself. Prove it to us that you deserve this, us to praise you. These guys have it all confused because they're casual. They just jumped in. Learn the sport.
I got Christopher Ward with a counterpunch, but I don't know who the fuck that is.
I don't know who Chris Ward is either. Chris Ward, come in and chat who you are.
Somebody comment, let me know who's Christopher Ward, because that's your legit name, but you obviously... Oh! Is that LV?
I don't know LV.
Is LV in Discord?
LV Slug is in Discord.
Is his hand raised?
I think that's him.
His hand's raised.
Yeah, that might be him. It's that good old memory.
I do my best, but my best wasn't good enough.
One moment, un momento.
Only time y'all see me in Rays is when I turn into the Bronze Mama. I want a body, and he gonna be the body. The ambulance better be ready. The medical better be ready. The referee better be ready. They better have that towel to be able to throw it in.
SDS Promotions.
I'll be right.
LV Slugger.
TBV, y'all hear me?
We do.
Yeah, man. Nice little weekend of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Big upset. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to shit on Canelo. Like I've been saying, this man been active, did what he did in less than a year. Undisputed. He came right back trying to, do what he did at 175. But only thing I got a problem with is, people running with the, the weight thing. You know, he won a belt at 175 before. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he lost to the better skilled fighter. Bivol had a better game plan, and you know he executed well, man. I just think that's a bad style for Canelo. You know, I think Canelo probably need to stay away from that. You know, but if he just decided to go in that rematch, you know, I'm here for it. You know, I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, man, Bivol, man, he definitely got the job done, man. He definitely looked good. You know, I'm excited to see what he gonna do next. You know what I'm saying? If Canelo do that, you know, like I said, I'm here for the rematch, man. That. I just feel like, man, he executed wrong, man. Had a bad game plan, but I even feel like that. Like I said, I think that's just a bad style for Canelo. He might just need to stay away from that, and just like you said, get a little tune-up in. You know, he been out here active, man. So he might just have a little wear and tear on him. You know, a lot of these fighters ain't fighting 4 times in no less than no year. You know, no matter who he fighting, you know, you got to give him credit to that. So, you know, I'm always, you know, I'm watching. You know, I'm watching what he's doing. But like I said, I don't want to hear the dope thing.
We have go for it.
The audience seem a little confused. I just want to make it clear that Bivol is not Canelo's main objective.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they think that Canelo is in the same natural weight division as this guy. Look, Bivol won. He had an excellent boxing performance, but we want to see him against the other champions in his own weight division. We want to see Canelo against Triple G next for that second fight on his contract.
I'm being told that that is C-Dub, who is
Chris Ward.
Yep. What up?
Yo.
What's up?
Yo, smash the like button, man. Do something. A whole bunch of people in the chat. Get them likes up. Yo, man, I got to come with my man, my guy, man. Okay, if Crawford ain't number 2, who you got as number 2 and number 3? Like, real quick, like, but before you answer, because you said you don't know why Crawford is, like, because of his resume or whatever, but he's.
I mean, I don't need long to think. Usyk could easily be number 2. He's not a heavyweight. He started at cruiserweight, and he undisputed. Then he beat the fucking champion with 4 belts and the Ring Magazine belt. Like, y'all overlook certain dudes just to put your favorite fighter in a position.
No, Usyk is a good choice. Usyk is a good choice, but like Crawford is not like unheard of, or that's not like. It could be A or B. I mean, it could be like 1A or 1B. It's not like you.
Ain't no such thing. Now you want to change the list. When the last time you seen a pound for pound list say, yo, Canelo Crawford, A1, AB?
Hold up. But Crawford, you know, he was on the list before Usyk. You know what I'm saying? So
I know. And Usyk's the last one to achieve something.
Yeah, Usyk did jump on with the, but he got 3 belts. Okay, so he got 3 belts. I wouldn't say he jumped him.
And the ring. And Crawford loved them rings. He loved talking about how special and how hard it is to get them.
That's a good name, but let's not act like Bud ain't number like he number 1 or he won A1B. Let's see what happens.
You sound crazy, C-Dub. You sound crazy. Won't you pull up box track? Pull up box track, right? And then every champion Bud fought, compare him to the champions that Canelo fought, right? And then
we're not talking about Canelo though. See, hold on.
But that's my point. How could you be number 1? How could you be? That's what I'm saying. Just because Canelo lost, he still has accomplished and done greater things. You can't put Crawford at number 1 because he ain't done half the shit Canelo done. Even with a loss, he's still above you. That's what I'm saying. He's still above you because he unified 54. He's still above you because he unified 60 and fought the boogeyman they said he wouldn't fight. He fought Laura when they said he wouldn't fight him. He fought Trout when they said he wouldn't fight him. He fought Gennady when they said he wouldn't fight him. And now he fought fucking Bivol.
But that's the biggest.
Jacobs.
The biggest thing is
shit is hilarious.
Terrence Crawford undisputed at 140.
Mm-hmm.
He undisputed at 168. It's like Crawford ain't did shit Canelo haven't done. Like at the end of the day, we can't say Crawford is the best because he have to fight. If anything, Spence is higher than Crawford.
Crawford never fought the number of champions that Canelo fought. So to call him the best and place him above Canelo is fucking ludicrous because he ain't been tested like Canelo. Canelo got like 17 champions. I gotta go see Dub, man. You've been watching boxing too long to do this dumb shit.
We got a super chat.
My man fought one dude fought 17 champions or 15 champions. The other dude fought like What? Undango? 8? Is it 8? Who said 8?
Everybody at 140, former champion Sean Porter,
former champ,
former Kell Brook, Wash Kell Brook.
Listen. It was Horn, which was a champ, and Dongo, which was a champ, Postal, which was a champ. And we struggling.
at the time- you saying at
four
the time he
hardcores in
beat
this
him?
bitch. We can't even answer the question amongst 4 hardcores. But he number one. This is what I'm saying. Like, why we lie to ourselves, bro? But all right, whatever, man. Make him be number one.
I want to
We
see
gotta-
Thurman Crawford, man. I don't even want to see Spence Crawford. I want to see what Crawford and Thurman do against each other.
Yo, what was that 908? That was 908. No, that was C-Dub. You was about to say a super chat?
Yeah, we got a super chat $4.99 from Big Shaq the God says, why is nobody talking about Canelo's terrible game plan? He's relying on power.
We did talk about it. You jumped in late.
Then
We said he didn't
Right.
fucking adjust, man. He didn't adjust.
Then
He
we
went
got-
for the knockout in that first round.
Riding the 870 with 199 says, I'm enjoying spending money to piss Ness off. El Nello heart emoji.
How you think you pissing me off? You the one, like, look at you. You spending money to hate on another grown man.
Then we got Mr. PBC 999 says, Bivol baby and Floyd baby, my favorite boxers. 50-0. Bivol 20-0, Canelo 57-2-2. LOL.
Not Bivol, everybody favorite. You see the stardom he got off this?
And Floyd made 50,000 on Bivol, made Canelo look average like Floyd did. History repeats itself. LOL.
Not like
Canelo
that.
never
Oh, I bullshit
ever
y'all
be a
now. I was
king.
sitting there, man, watching the fight with my people and shit, and I sat there and I told him, I was like, I guarantee y'all, any amount of money Floyd gonna troll. If Canelo lose this fight, he
Bro,
gonna
he
upload
has
that
to.
ticket, and he uploaded
Yeah,
that.
he probably
bitch.
got 2 tickets, though. He probably bet on Canelo and bet on fucking...
Just in case, yeah.
Just to be a king troll. But we going to spin the wheel for Mr. PBC. Uh-oh. And that's what happens. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly.
We got Joe Lester, $10 super chat. Says Cinnamon is fighting in his 6-weight division, and he is literally the same size as Paulie Malignaggi. Same height and same reach.
Let that
Haters
sink in.
just mad because their favorite fighter can't sell.
Exactly. Let that sink in.
The wheel, Austin.
Spin the wheel? Yeah. That's another great super chat.
And for a great super chat, he got a entry into
the Polaroid raffle.
Polaroid. Okay.
Is that it?
One more was Rice Eater, $5. He said, for the idiot caller, Bud became undisputed at 140 against undefeated Undungo. Then moved up to 147 the undefeated Jeff Horn for his WBO belt. That's it.
Okay, so
For the
how many
moment.
champions was that?
I mean, that was 2 right there anyway
Okay.
in that super chat.
Okay, that was 2. Did he put Postal in there?
No, he didn't mention Postal in
Alright,
that
so
super
that's
chat.
3.
I can't really talk
missing any
down
other
on
ones?
Jeff Horn because we only seen him against Pacquiao in his own country. It's like
I mean, you talking about champions that had the belts when he beat them, or
Yeah.
just
Yeah, not former champs. We talking about champs. That's what Floyd's known for fighting what? 21 champions?
23?
All right.
16
He
consecutive.
ain't fighting no former dudes. He fought dudes with belts, man. That's what we talking about. Like, how you pound for pound over me? I fought 16 dudes with belts. You fought 1.
back to back to back to back to back.
16 consecutive.
It's like, yo, the conversation is hilarious. You know, I climbed Mount Everest. You went to the park, but you a better mountain climber than me. Like, it's not even a fair comparison, but all right. We got Gene Yuss. I love the way you spelled it too. Gene Yuss. He says, Canelo is that guy. The amount of haters after his loss is whack. Bud is whack for saying, we know who the true number 1 is.
And honestly, we don't, Bud, until you, Spence, and Thurman mix it up. I got to put Thurman in there because Thurman beat everybody Spence beat. So I got to put him in there too.
And he beat him first. Yeah, that's what people hate. They hate to say that. They don't want the truth to be out. But we got somebody who loves telling the truth.
The king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
I mean, what up?
All right, I'm unmuted. Let's go. Listen,
we got to make this a little bit more about Bivol. And nobody, did anybody talk about, forget about the rematch. I don't want to see the rematch. By the way, people do realize pound for pound, back in the day, that's what these fighters used to do. That's what Sugar Ray Leonard did, especially in that welterweight division. These fighters, they moved up. They went up and fought the guy in another division, you know what I mean? So Canelo going up, I'm not making no excuses for him, but if he went up and he lost, you know, similar to Amanda Serrano when she lost to Katie Taylor, like when you're going up and you take that leap, you know, successful, you know, in the wins and loss column, no, but successful as far as boxing. Look what we got out of that, right? I mean, and listen, a lot of them fighters, you know, they still going to want that Canelo fight, you know what I mean? Because it's going to be money involved. But I think Bivol, him and Beterbiev, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the fight people might want to see, you know what I'm saying? Light heavyweight ain't crazy like that, you know. But one thing I got to say, talking about telling the truth, man, I want to ask, because I think I got a lot more questions than I got answers, man. When Ryan Garcia was saying, you know, about game plan, right? We all know, you know, I guess Paulie don't think the bicep punch is a part of the game plan, but, you know, is that what Ryan was talking about maybe? You know, kind of that cruise control attitude, we got this, you know, we don't really have to change nothing.
Man, is
that the thing he was
I'll
talking
never
about?
take Ryan's word over Canelo's, man. Ryan got to show me that he gonna fight.
Feel like he wasn't
He
there.
gotta show me he gonna fight the 7 dudes he said he was gonna fight, and he ain't fought yet.
Not one.
Let me ask you this, though. Like I said, I got questions. As serious as cancer, right? But is Oscar Valdez performance indicative of maybe not changing the game plan, or is that just the greatness of Shakur? I'm not being, you know, I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling the
That's a good question.
Eddie. I'm just saying, because great fighters, when you try to do great shit, you lose. But I'm saying, is that part of it too? He went 0-2 back-to-back weeks. You know what I'm saying? It ain't his fault. You know what I'm saying? But is that indicative of it?
I mean, it is obvious that that's their style. Like, Canelo actually looked like Valdez in it. He did the same high guard, you know, duck down, try to get around shot shit that Valdez did to Shakur. Like, that's some shit they teaching over there. They gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
So I got another question, though. As basic as, and somebody may have alluded to this, as basic as, oh, no, fuck it. Let me just tell you this. I believe if Benavidez fought Canelo, Benavidez would look like Fundora and Lubin. That fight would look like Fundora Lubin. Benavidez and Canelo would be Fundora Lubin. I guarantee you that shit. And I'd still love to see it.
Well, all right. I mean, thanks for calling in. Looks like we got a cash app coming in from Matthew. He says, Tiller had the best resume at 140, then Bud. Better resume than Bud at 140. But so did Danny. Like, that's what I'm saying. Danny didn't even fucking become undisputed at 140 and fought better opposition than Bud at 140. Like, again, you know, the haters won't tell you the truth.
He fought Matisse at 140, right?
Yeah. He fought Matisse and Khan. Khan was a 7-1 favorite with 3 belts and the ring. Like, the fuck? Danny iced him. He didn't just beat him. He iced him.
Slap him.
Like, I don't get dudes, but we do got a lot of callers and we love it, so we're going to keep going. We're going to switch up the Discord, though. Who you got?
We got Majid.
Oh, Majid in Ohio, New Jersey, Newark, and Florida. What up?
Currently Ohio. Is he unmuted? Unmute, Majid. Majid.
All right, who next?
We have Hawk.
All right, let's go to Hawk in Maryland.
What time is it? What time is it? What time?
Hawk in Maryland.
Tommy, I can knock you out now.
Holy shit. Holy
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Great show. Yes. Dan. And Brandon, I'm out.
SDS Promotion.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo, Ness, what's up?
What up?
Ain't too much. Hey, happy birthday to Bo.
Even Mother's Day, my birthday. What up, Hawk?
Dang, happy birthday, bro.
It's a joke. It's just a joke.
Hey, I don't even do that. Calling somebody mom, calling dudes mothers. No, I don't do that. So.
Right. Yeah.
But happy birthday, bro. Listen, as far as the fight go, hey man, I've been telling Ness for a long time how good Bivol was. I think Bivol's like the best light heavyweight out there for real. Because of his step back. When you step in, he stepped back, so it's hard to catch him. I thought Canelo had a good chance at catching him with some body shots because Bivol absolutely never, ever throws real body shots. He's not a body shot fighter. He's a very slick and boxer that stays on point. So he was catching Canelo with that straight jab to the forehead, which really hurts your back, getting hit in the forehead like that over and over again. But I thought it was a really good fight. Canelo put out maximum effort. But the same thing, as far as Canelo and Valdez, I think that everybody needs to be looking at the trainer more. Because why doesn't he have them, I guess, in sparring, fighting guys that can outbox them and then give them a different plan when you can't, cover distance? Because they both tried the same thing. And over again for the whole night, that was really that was the only flaw I saw that I didn't like about Canelo. He looked like Valdez when the frustration set in. It was like they didn't have a second plan. And it's like if you already training for that, you could train for being tired by already sparring somebody a few times and then sparring somebody fresh and then. But I just didn't see no change. That was the thing for me. He need to go ahead back, fight Triple G. Got plenty of options. I don't want to see that fight again, though. Ness.
Mm-hmm.
The fight. I don't want to see that fight. I got to make sure because I ain't hear nothing. I don't want to see that fight again, though. That rematch. I don't think he should. Sugar Shane Mosley tried a rematch with Vernon Forrest. He lost twice. Vernon Forrest tried a rematch twice with Mariaga. He lost twice. Then Shane Mosley did it again with Winky White. Once a fighter has your number, they basically have your number, especially when you're dealing with a boxer. I think Canelo got plenty of options. Just drop back down and go at all these people that everybody think he can't beat, because he got a couple of names on the list, and go at that. But that rematch, I don't think so. Even Mike Tyson Holyfield, another example. Once a fighter got he didn't just beat him one round or catch him with a knockout. He beat him over the whole fight. So, yeah, just move on, fight other fights, because Canelo's still great. Period. You can't take his compliments away from him. He's still doing what other people ain't doing. So shout out TBV. Appreciate the cup.
I'll let you, my guy.
All right.
I just want to say that if Bivol go on at 175 to either become unified or undisputed, and Canelo can defend his undisputed title at 168, that is an interesting rematch. If them two can just bite down and do what they got to do, but they need to separate for a minute.
We got Chuck Supremacy with the 999 says,
Let's go, Chuck.
Canelo losing is the reason why fighters don't want to take big risks. Fighters take an L and people want to assume they overhype or never were that dude.
Exactly what I said in the beginning of the show. You keep clowning Canelo for taking a chance. How you going to expect Jamal to take a chance? Like, he literally is saying Benavidez needs to fight him at a catch weight of 164. Like, that's because he knows you're going to shit on him if he lose to Benavidez for moving up. Like, you guys are retarded, man.
I think Benavidez beat everybody. I'm going to be real.
I mean, we'll never see it if they don't, you know.
You got to see it.
Give him a spin, too.
We got to get that spin off. What's his name?
Chuck Supremacy.
Let's go, Chuck.
The famous.
He done won before, right?
Yeah, he got stuff on the way.
Polaroid. Might have a Polaroid coming. Looks like we going to new caller in 646, which is New York City. What up? Who's this?
Hey, hello?
Yes, who's this?
Yeah, man, this is the unbiased fan, Stephen Brimley. How you doing, man?
Steven, what up? You from Brooklyn?
Yeah. I used to live in New York. I live in New Haven, Connecticut now.
All right, Connecticut, what's up?
Yeah. So I'm going to try to make this quick, but Canelo, great fighter. He reached his ceiling. Go back down and do his damage. No shade to Canelo at all. Bivol gets his props, his credit for showing that he's a great boxer at the light heavyweight, and we move forward from there. The Crawford slander got to stop. You got to get a man his due. It ain't just about winning; it's how you win as well. He knocked out 9 straight people, even though he has not fought who we would consider to be the best. Which hopefully that fight comes about very shortly. So, Bud knocking out everybody he's faced ever since he's moved up in weight, and the way he's done it, you got to stop the shade on his pound for pound. I got him 1, but if you have Usyk above it, no beef with it at all. But put some respect on his name. Now, the big thing I got to beef with you on this, though, you got to stop the Thurman talk, bro. You got to stop it. Thurman took his ass whooping from Pacquiao. He got to earn his spot back. He ain't going to just be to cut the line and walk in there. When he had a chance to fight these other guys, he didn't make the fight because he wanted to wait. He waited too long. He took an L. Now he got to fight somebody that's up and coming or somebody that's on the radar to be the next one to get his chance to get his spot back. He can't just cut the line. He got to wait his damn turn.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
He has not been impressive. He got a decision on a guy that got knocked out by a smaller man, even though Tank's a beast. But Tank knocked out Barrios. He got by Barrios. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he won clearly, but he showed weaknesses. And then we go back before he lost to Pacquiao. Josecito Lopez, he didn't look good. He was in trouble in that fight. He got to earn his spot.
I mean, Montana Love didn't look good last night, brother. Montana Love didn't look good, but he got the win. You going through Thurman's resume talking about when he didn't look good, but he got the win. And then you talking about he got his ass beat. Excuse me. You talking about he got his ass beat versus a legend. Didn't Canelo get his ass beat versus a legend? Come on, man. Like, you guys don't even make sense, man.
So how you gonna say guys don't make sense? It does make sense. Thurman lost his spot by losing that fight to a
Canelo lost his spot. Canelo lost his spot, brother. Canelo lost to Mayweather.
And then he went back and he went back and got it. He went back and got it. Thurman got to go back and get it. He can't.
He tried. What is you talking about? Who he went back and got?
Nobody wants to see Bud and Thurman first. It's Thurman, it's Bud and Spence. Period. Nobody wants to see fucking Thurman.
But Thurman never lost to WBC.
You saying it's Bud and Spence. Meanwhile, we ain't even seen an announcement. Meanwhile, it's been what, 3 years? But you saying Bud and Spence.
You know why you haven't seen an announcement? Because PPC don't want to lose all those belts for nothing. They
so
want
then
more than one.
So then that mean it ain't no Bud and Spence. Then that mean it ain't no Bud and Spence, and you just talking shit.
That don't mean it ain't no Bud and Spence, because Bud gonna fight a 2-fight deal with him if they toss him $15 million guaranteed to fight. They gotta come correct. So that's why I say,
man, you sound crazy. You sound crazy. He said $15 million fight. You sound crazy, yo. Bro, you better stick. You better keep listening to this show, champ.
It's a 2-fight. If it gets announced, you gonna
listen to me. Listen to me. You better keep listening to this show. If you think Bud getting a 2-fight, $15 million deal, 15 each fight, you are so mistaken. So mistaken. My man literally made 6.5 for the biggest fight of his life.
And you
talking about he gonna get more than double that.
No shade to Bud. Bud doing a phenomenal work at welterweight division, but the fact that remains the same that he not number one. Like, we can't put him there. We can't put him in number one because
he's not even number one at welterweight.
He unified 140 when there wasn't no real champions. Look, let's be real. And then 147, Kenny Porter threw the towel in. It ain't like he just KO'd Sean Porter. And I had Sean Porter winning that fight up until that moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's we can't say Crawford because, for one, Thurman must still be a problem because he's being avoided by both Spence and Crawford. I'm not on nobody's side right now, but I'm sitting here saying
I don't know about Crawford. Crawford said he'll fight Spence. It's a matter of them sending him a deal for him to be able to take it. He said he'll fight Spence, but I got 707 new caller. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Freddie from the Bay.
Freddie, what up? Talk to us.
Hey, what's up? Just hearing what you guys say, some refreshing news. Just kind of want to address a couple things. I don't think Canelo ever beats Bivol. I don't think Bivol was that. I mean, he's a good fighter. He just was too big. And if you watch the Plant fight, he already looked tired. So I still think he's a great fighter. But just in retrospect, hearing all these PBC guys are, like you said, their favorite fighter, a lot of fighters in history have gone up. Sometimes you got to chase a guy. Shane Mosley went from 135 to 147, chased the Oscar. I want to say he went up to 154, gave Winky Wright a chance, and then came back down and beat Antonio Margarito. So I don't understand why. Andre Ward did the 168 tournament. middleweight, Bernard Hopkins, and they had the middleweight tournament. So I just want to know what you guys think.
What are you saying? Should it be a tournament?
No, I'm saying that a lot of people are complaining that guys are being ducked and about this. Canelo's not a good fighter because he lost. I'm saying in boxing history, a lot of fighters have jumped up in weight and went back down and still been champion.
Okay, so yeah, he pretty much saying, what do we think? Do we think Canelo is running because he jumping up in heavier weight and heavier divisions? I personally think Canelo should stick at 168 with those opponents and solidify his name with those top opponents at 168. And then 175, if everything going good, go back in there with Bivol to try to win in a rematch with a different strategy.
Well, I don't think he should fight Bivol again. In the boxing, a lot of guys, what they'll do, like Floyd did, they'll test the waters, have 1 or 2 fights at the like he did at 147, and maybe go back down, maybe go back up. Canelo never did that, so I just think it's a lot of disrespect. He can still move back down, have big fights. I'm just saying for these guys who are saying all this nonsense, why not have a tournament? You can chase a guy. Manny Pacquiao chased Floyd up to 147, and Manuel Marquez chased Manny Pacquiao all the way up. So I just don't understand these excuses.
I don't know if Manny Pacquiao chased Floyd that whole time because all Manny Pacquiao had to do was Olympic-style drug testing at the time, and Floyd would have took the fight, but he didn't want to take Olympic-style drug testing. That's why it took us so many years to get it.
Very true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it can't be done. I mean, look at what Antonio Tarver did to get Roy Jones. He had to chase him in weight. Hopkins went up. I mean, all these guys, everybody does it, and then they'll go back down. But you can chase a guy. It's not unheard of. So I don't where are these guys getting their excuses that they're being ducked?
Yeah, man, that's the easy excuse, brother. That is the easy excuse. What you got, Bo?
We got David S. with a 199 super chat says, as a Canelo hardcore fan, I cried when he lost. Danny, where you at, bro?
Yeah, man.
Then we
That
got
was real.
Mr. PBC with a 199 says, so how does Canelo surpass Floyd now, Ness?
By keep doing what he's doing. Reread his other one. He said we talked over it. I'll get to it. It is
the only way at this point Canelo can surpass Floyd Mayweather is if he is successful in a rematch against Bivol.
And undisputed.
He already undisputed in
No, undisputed 175. But I don't even think he needs to, bro. Listen, to me, it's about how many fighters did you fight that people wanted you to fight? How many of those fighters did people think you would lose to? Then compare him and that resume to everyone else. How many fighters did people think Crawford would lose to? Maybe someone's going to say Gamboa. Because back then...
Yeah, that's when Gamboa was still in.
You know, and I don't know that that's true. I don't know that Gamboa was a fucking favorite over Crawford.
What you think at that time?
I picked Crawford. I was huge on Crawford.
It was still Crawford even then.
But... let's say that's the first fight that he had where people thought he was going to lose. He's been in no fight where he's been an underdog ever again. Never. Keith was the underdog, I believe, in the Pacquiao fight for sure. And then, that Thurman Porter fight was pretty close in terms of betting line.
And the difference in the Pacquiao Thurman fight was the knockdown. Keith came back 6 through 12. He was boxing.
And when you think of Floyd, you got to consider what? Chicanendo Hernandez, Castillo, Corrales,
Arturo Gotti,
Oscar, Hatton. I ain't going to say Gotti. Ain't nobody want to see him fight Gotti.
Victor
that was him.
Ortiz.
Ain't nobody want to see Victor either. You know what I'm saying? That was him. And that's what I'm saying. Like, how many of the dudes that Floyd fought did we think was going to beat him? And did we want him to fight?
Chino.
Ain't nobody want him to fight Chino. He made that himself. He literally paid Broner $1.5 million to step aside, let me fight him since he whooped your ass. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So where are all these fighters that like we were, Floyd, fight this dude because we think he gonna beat you, like Paul Williams that you never fought, like Margarito.
It was
that
only
you never
Manny
fought.
for Floyd.
No, it wasn't Margarito. We wanted Margarito. We definitely wanted Paul Williams after he beat Margarito and was the WBO champion. And they both were signed to Al. So this what I'm saying is like there's fighters out there that haven't even fought their nemesis. This dude's fought 4 or 5 people that they made up and made him his nemesis. Like now, Charlo's all of a sudden the new boogeyman, and Andre's the new boogeyman. But before them, it was Trout, it was Laura, it was Floyd, it was Gennady.
All the people that Canelo already took out.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. But it was those dudes that they were saying, oh, you avoiding Laura, the slick Cuban fighter. Oh, he won't fight Trout, the southpaw that just beat Cotto. Oh, he ain't never gonna fight Floyd. Oh, he's scared of Gennady. Give me my belt. Triple Mexicans for Triple G. And it's just like, bro, he keep fighting the dudes y'all say he won't fight. Like, why is we dissing him? It's crazy. But
what was the one that David S said we missed?
Well, actually, it was Mr. PBC said, Bivol baby, Floyd baby.
I said that.
I know he said I talked over it. He's a liar.
No, it was like a mile-long super chat, bro.
Let him do it. Let him do it. Bivol baby, Floyd baby, my favorite boxers, 50-0, Bivol 20-0, Canelo 57-2-2, laugh out loud. Floyd made 50,000 on Bivol made. Canelo look average like Floyd did. History repeats itself, laugh out loud. Can Canelo ever be a king? Do we have any others?
Yes, we do.
Okay, go for it.
We got Jose in Canada says, and it's Canadian 699. He says, Bivol great, but Canelo can beat him in a rematch and prove he is pound for pound number 1. And Ryan is a hater referring to Hetty's team as undisciplined. What the F is he?
He didn't say his team. He said you're disciplined. He said he told Bivol he was disciplined.
And we got Mike Henry with the $5 super.
What up, Mike? Mike is the barbecue man.
Yeah, the barbecue sure did smell good, Mike. I don't know how it tasted, but it smelled
I know,
good.
Mike. I ain't getting no motherfucking what I ain't get. I missed it.
Got that nobody ate?
No, they ate. They ate too fucking much. I didn't get no mac and cheese, and all I had was corn.
I don't know what was all in
No
there.
baked beans.
But Big Mike says I did have baked beans.
Yeah, he said, sup, fellas, what does Canelo have to change up to beat Bivol in the rematch? I think the same thing happens. Nice hanging with you guys last night.
Nah, even better hanging with you, and I doubt the same things happen. He's going to use a jab next time. We got Genius with another $10 super chat. We're going to go ahead and ring not ring the alarm, but you can ring the alarm and I'll spin the wheel.
I ain't got the alarm or the wheel today.
Yes, you do.
Bum, 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 bum. He says, probably the most disappointing revelation from last night. Canelo seemed to accept about halfway through that he wasn't going to win. And neither changed strategy nor closed with urgency.
So put a raffle in for the hoodie for
Genius.
Genius. Love the way you spelled it too. Let's see who's next on the calls. Looks like we got Oscar.
It take additional 5 to get in the actual raffle for the hoodie, Genius.
Uh-oh.
Because remember, it is $15. So if you land on it, we give you a minute to add additional 5. It's only optional to you if you want to be in that actual raffle.
Yeah, if you want to actually be in a raffle to win a hoodie, you don't have to. You just wanted to send $10 because you love us. We just trying to give you something back.
But these
Oscar,
hoodies
what
are
up?
fire.
We got LV with a counterpunch, too.
Go for it, Oscar. We hear you.
All right. Hey, what's up, Ness? I mean, this is what happens, man. When the best fights the best, someone loses and they shit on him. This is why Charlo, Andres, and all of them won't take chances because look how Canelo's being shitted on right now. Like he's overhyped. I still got Canelo, and I agree with the caller. I still think he could beat Bivol, but I really think Canelo beat himself because you said himself, right? He was trying to be number 1 pound for pound, and then he was trying to be number 1 in golf. You can't do that, man. You got to do one thing. You know what I mean? One thing. All your focus on one thing. You shouldn't be going to your teammates' fights. You know what I mean? You should be out there training. You know what I mean? Because I seriously think he didn't take Bivol serious, man. You know what I mean? And there was no head movement. There was no nothing. But I think Canelo will still beat him in a rematch, man. I didn't see nothing really good about Bivol. I just seen a straight up and down guy. And this narrative that, you know, he keeps hitting people on the arms. What do you do when someone closes up like that and closes their body? You're going to hit arms, elbows, shoulders, whatever, right? It's not his fault. It's not like he's hitting them while they're swinging aiming right at their shoulder. So I really don't like that narrative, how they keep saying that was the game plan, that they knew he was going to do that. Bro, he kept going and he kept shelling up. Did he not? Did he not keep shelling up?
You talking about Canelo or Bivol?
No, I'm talking about Bivol. He kept shelling up, right?
I mean,
Canelo get close to him.
But I thought that he was doing that purposely, man, to let Canelo, throw all those punches and blow his load. He slowed him down. He got tired. He wore him out.
That's what I said, too. That's exactly what I said. He was making Canelo gas himself out, like throwing all these punches, you know what I mean? But the narrative that he was just aiming at his shoulders, he was aiming at whatever he could hit, you know what I mean? But Bivol kept covering up. Now, if he's hitting them in the shoulder while they're just standing there and he just punches right at their shoulder, then I can understand that. But when you're covering up, you're going to hit whatever you can. You know what I mean? That's legal. Am I right? Or am I right? And that's what I said, too, that he was covering up and there was no body shots from Canelo. I was like, he literally looked like he beat himself, bro. I don't think Bivol beat him. He beat himself. I think that's why he was more down on himself. And for all these Triple G fans who are loving it, I hope you love it and you're crying at the same time, because that shit's over. He's going to go for the rematch. He ain't fighting Triple G no more. But
we'll see. We'll see. Night, you too. We got Boston. Not Boston.
LV Slugger counterpunch.
Oh, all right. LV, what up?
He not there or what? He should be there now.
What up? Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, man, y'all, like I said, I ain't shitting on no Canelo, but y'all's talking to bringing the Bud talk up, man. Bud is solidified number one, man. Like, that's all I got to say, man. Like, I had him before the loss. You know what I'm saying? Before this loss yesterday, I had him number one. You know what I'm saying? The skill set is there. I'm not sure why we bring him.
That's why we can't hear him, bro. I swear, the boxing guys don't even like fucking with.
Quick
weirdos.
question: Who you think he beat to make him number one?
Nobody. Nobody. You heard him. His logic is skill set.
We hear you. You breaking up a little bit. We hear you, bro. Keep on talking. Go on with your point.
No, what you mean? Who he just retired a future Hall of Famer? What you talking about? Who he beat? Just retired a future Hall of Famer. I'm trying to defend this man.
Do you think because you say shit, it makes it true?
Been undisputed. He been undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Canelo did what he did. You know, he undisputed, but Bud Ben did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure what y'all discrediting. Like, he did undisputed. He came straight up.
The champions that Bud beat at 140 wasn't really that relevant.
What you mean? He fought
as
a unified
as to the
champ.
welterweights that we want to see him fight today, the ones that the champions that he dethroned at 140 wasn't is popular.
Right, man. You know, unified and Doggo was unified. So who you had number one? Who you had number one then? If Bud's not number one,
I don't know. I want to see the mix up between Thurman, Spence, and Crawford.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We don't even, like I said, man. Bud's number one. Solidified. It's understood.
Turn that shit off, please, man. This fucking guy's a weirdo.
Texas Bulldog boxing.
Yo, but how could you put someone number one because the skill set?
If that's the case, Canelo's still number one.
No, well then Shakur's number one.
Shakur too, yep.
No, Shakur's number one, right?
Definitely.
Because
he made Oscar Valdez look average,
and he's fought better opposition than Crawford, so he's number one because he's got the skill set. He's actually fighting the people. So let's throw him at number one. Go ahead, bro.
Texas Bulldog Boxing $2 super chat says Keith wouldn't give Errol that fight, and you know that.
Say what?
He said Keith wouldn't give Errol that fight, and you know that.
I bet you that's $2.
$2.
Exactly.
Keith Thurman doing the same thing Errol Spence doing right now.
Exactly.
Errol Spence,
not looking behind him and looking in front of him.
Yeah, Keith Thurman was
Errol Spence was behind him in a fucking baby seat. He was in a fucking baby seat in the back of the car. Thurman was driving that car looking for Pacquiao and Floyd. You dudes need to learn this sport, man.
Then we got Chris Hernandez, $9.99 says, is Canelo still pound for pound number one? Or on the pound for pound list? I actually refreshed so I couldn't see it as it went away.
Chris Hernandez.
$9.99.
He said on the pound for pound list.
Yeah, on the pound for pound list.
absolutely he's on the list.
Definitely on top 3.
Definitely on the list. Let me spin the wheel, Austin. And this is for Chris, right?
Chris Hernandez.
Oh.
T-shirt or Polaroid?
Nope, Polaroid. Who next? I got Ken Stone. Ken Stone says Bivol should flex and rematch Nello at 168. Why? Why should he give up a catchweight like fucking Chad Dawson did? No. Rice Eater, this is definitely number 3 or 4 or 5. He says, didn't y'all pick Porter to beat Crawford? I don't think anybody picked Porter to beat Crawford. But call me Drew. Not on this panel.
I didn't expect Crawford to stop Porter, but really, you could blame that on Kenny because he could have still went on in a way.
Call me Drew, $2 super chat. Canelo can beat Bivol, but his game plan was all wrong. What we're going to do is take a quick intermission here. I'm going to go ahead and take this picture with my boy Tony Salgado and Terrell Harris, and we'll be right back with the calls. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. You could also add Nestor Gibbs on Discord. The Discord link is already linked to the live chat. Actually, Bo, how many? We got a few super chats, right? Yeah. I'll leave Bo with these super chats as I can't. I need you. Maybe I don't.
Thanks for having me.
Maybe I don't.
You got it. I'm gonna run through these.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna let LV Slugger come back as well while y'all.
Yeah, give me a quick promo so we could get up out of here and then bring it back to Bo to finish up the super
We don't have
chats.
any promos on here. They're not loaded in on this iPad because we never use it.
Fucking hell. All right, so we're just going to get up and look randomly cut the studio as Bo goes through these super chats.
We got Call Me Drew with the big $2 super chat. Oh, he says Canelo can beat Bivol, but his game plan was all wrong. Followed by, let's see what we got here. Genius back again with the $4.99, and that's also an entry. That's also an entry into his for the hoodie raffle. Know what I'm saying? Since he bounced back. It says, in y'all opinion, how many total rounds did Eddie Reynoso fighters win over the last 2 weekends? In my personal opinion, let's see. Last night went 12. They gave it 115, 112. I'm going to say 5 for Canelo last night. 4. I'm going to give him 4. 4 last night for Canelo, and maybe I'm being generous. And then I give Oscar Valdez 3. So I'm going to say like half a fight is what I give Eddie Reynoso's fighters over the last 2 weekends. And, you know, I ain't really opinionated on here, but that is my opinion. Followed by A Crown 79. It says, funny how these haters talk poop on Canelo and don't know poop about boxing. Probably never step inside a ring and think they know what's up. I'm going to spin the wheel as well, Austin. Spin that wheel for my man, A Crown 79. And that is a Polaroid entry. So we'll get you lined up in the raffle for the Polaroid, signed Polaroid. Which one it'll be, I'm not 100% certain, but we got a whole lot of them from this past weekend and all the fighters that come into the studio as well each and every day. Then we got the Ricks, though. Welcome to the prospect level, brother. I'm going to be sure to let Ness know when he get back. We got LV Slugger Counterpunch. We're going to go to that after I read Tip Bayless 199 super chat says, winner of Bud Thurman, what draws more for Spence? I'm going to say Bud, obviously. The winner, the Bud going to draw more for Spence, whether they do it now or after Bud beat Thurman. Or if Thurman won against Bud, I don't think it would draw as much with a Spence Thurman fight as it would a Bud Thurman fight. I mean, a Bud Spence fight, excuse me. So we can go to that LV Slugger $5 counterpunch. Hopefully he don't snap on me. He there? LV, what up?
You hear me?
It's just Bama in the building right
What up,
now.
what
It's
up?
Bama TBV takeover. What up?
Yeah, I know he gone, but yeah, he tried to run off with the narrative, next day at this finals. Like I was just talking about the skill set, but Bud's like his resume is there. He undid. I kept telling him he undisputed. He's a champ in 3 different weight classes. It's not strictly based off skill set. The resume is there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, he just retired, and I feel like a future Hall of Fame in Sean Porter. And even if you don't want to put him up there, I feel like at the time he was a top 3 welterweight. And Bud just retired, so I feel like, the resume is there, and he was number 1. He was already number 2 anyway if you had him. So with the loss, he got to be number 1. But I had him number 1, like I said before the loss we seen yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to discredit Canelo. I just don't like, when people get out here talking crazy about Bud for no reason. This was about Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what he do if he can come back, get back on. He already on top. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I advise him not to go right in that rematch with Bivol. I think that's a bad style. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what he can do. But yeah, that's all really I got, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
Bet. Appreciate that, bro. So it look like we ain't got no more super chats at the moment. Who we got next on the phone line?
We have I don't speak Spanish, so El Terraplanista.
Let's run it. What's this? Blog Talk or Discord? You gotta accept El Terra.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, brother?
Yo, bro, man, I see that you guys are already talking about Keith Thurman, Crawford, man. That's bullshit, man. You should see that. You should be talking Spence Crawford. That's the only fight we want to see. And the only reason they're doing that is because your boy Keith Thurman is docking Ennis. So I know what they're doing here. They're trying to put the fuck to the Cuban as always, and they try to feed Ugas coming off the fucked up eye right to Ennis. That's what they're gonna do right after Ennis beats the Canadian boy. They're gonna feed him Ugas. When really what should be happening, what makes money, would be Ugas Thurman in Florida. Right? Thurman's from Florida. Ugas got all the Cubans there. They should make that fight in Florida. And Ugas will beat that boy Thurman, who's aged like 40 years in the span of 2 years, bro. I feel bad for that kid, man. He's aged so much, bro. He looks like he's 45 already, man. Fucking Thurman, man. Yo, but what you need to know before I go, is the guy David Morrell, man. And Osleisis Iglesias from Cuba. Check this out. Because in Cuba, bro, you did a great job with Rances Barthelemy. Rances Barthelemy, you did a great interview with him. And he kind of told you about the politics in Cuba, but you need to watch the fights in the amateurs, bro. Because in true Julio Cesar La Cruz and what's the other guy? I forgot the middleweight. Arlen Lopez. They're not the best in Cuba, bro. In Cuba, they give the win to whoever's more communist, bro. But when you watch the amateur fights, David Morrell beat Julio Cesar La Cruz in the amateurs in the Cuban national championships, and Osley Iglesias beat Arlen Lopez, bro. But they give the fight to whoever is more communist, bro. This is what you need to know, man, and you gotta watch out because David Morrell is gonna beat David Benavidez, Dmitry Bivol, and all these guys, bro. He's way better than Julio Cesar La Cruz. Don't worry. Forget about Julio Cesar La Cruz turning pro. David Morrell is truly the best prospect that Cuba has produced in the last 20 years since Rigondeaux. Easily.
Well, all right, champ. Thank you for calling in. If you haven't already done so, I need you to subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can reach our next goal of 140,000. Right now, we're at 138,869. So we need about another 1,500 or so, let's say, to get to that goal of 140 plus, because we won't mind it. Let's see who is next. Who's on Blog Talk? Discord.
We have Mayimbe.
Majimbe, what up?
He didn't answer earlier. Maybe not.
All right, no Majimbe. I got in a 619 new caller. Who's this? 619. Yep.
All right, yeah.
What's your name?
Great show, Cookies Spitting Facts. My name is Jonathan Sosa.
Jonathan, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, so look, well, first off, I'm a super fan of Canelo, but I saw him do a lot of bad things. I think one of the main things was his mental game. I think if you see, he was a lot emotional, showboating, kind of like even clowning with and exposing his head for punches unnecessarily because he wasn't putting his hands up, and that cost him. I think another thing was he was not throwing straights to the body. I think the straight is one of the best punches in boxing. It's so basic, and going to the body opens up the head, and so he can try to reach Bivol's high guard. He wasn't going to the midsection, was kind of exposed. I think he wasn't thinking straight. And another thing I wanted to say was that I kind of don't have that much faith in Eddie Reynoso. I think he's the son of Chepo Reynoso, who's great, but I really don't think that as his kid, he can't expect his kid to kind of give Canelo all the care that he needs as a trainer. So I actually feel like he should probably go to another trainer, a super quality trainer, not some guy's kid. But I know I sound like a hater on that, but I see like his team not doing that good lately. Especially, it seems they don't even know how to fight southpaws. They can't even circle to the other way. But anyways, love the show, guys, and yeah.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. Do we have any other callers on Discord? If you haven't already done so, smash that thumbs up button. Help the algorithm. Let's get YouTube to put this episode in front of other boxing fans so they know that we talk boxing 7 days a week. Look, we're back tomorrow, Monday morning at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. You want to join us? We have guests every day, usually 2 big-name guests on our show, and we talk boxing all day, sometimes twice a day. Take callers. We have a live Discord. Our community is a wonderful one. You need to come on and join it if you haven't already done so. Austin.
We have Frankie C2429 who says it's new to Discord.
What up, Frankie?
Who next?
Frankie.
Gotta accept the invite.
In the meantime, we got a $5 super chat from Christopher Hernandez that says, does Canelo belong in the top 50 pound-for-pound boxers of all time? I would say. 50, top
Definitely.
50? Go ahead, Discord. Frankie.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hi, first time caller.
You went through some bad area of internet there. Maybe you're on Wi-Fi, maybe you're not on Wi-Fi. Maybe you need to be on Wi-Fi.
Well, the last caller we have is JP.
In Long Beach, what's going on?
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
Badass intro.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Save the best for last, and rightfully so, man, because I'm going to dispel a few narratives here. One, the celebration that's going on first. Shout out, Bo. Shout out, Tanner. One of the narratives I'm going to dispel is the celebration that's going on. As if Floyd lost, it wouldn't be a gang of Modelo's being cracked today. So let's just chill and let's just keep it neutral, because we know it would be a celebration if Floyd ever lost, and it was celebrations when Wilder lost also. Two, just think about Canelo striving for greatness. Now, one, it can't be only an advantage to Canelo. Like, he can only, if he wins, then he gets all the glory. But if he loses, oh, he was striving for greatness. Okay, now let's talk about this striving for greatness shit. Now, was it striving for greatness? Because the opposite of that coin is he picked the wrong cherry. Because if you ask me, nothing that appeared to Canelo looked like he was striving for greatness. He looked fat. He didn't have any sense of urgency. He just looked way undersized. It didn't look like they did their homework. They didn't have a game plan. And it just looked like he came in there with the expectation for this much bigger man to just crumble under the thud of his punch. Like he did those other, like the country rock band we talked about. That's what it looked like he expected. But like, who'd you spar with? That was that guy's size. Like, where's the homework here? Where's the analytics? Reynoso's supposed to be a trainer of the year, smart. Nothing about that whole scene looked like he was driving for greatness. And then worst of all, the sense of urgency. And then worst of all, he looked ornery and he looked rich and entitled. Nothing about all that Mexican style shit and all that, all the stuff that goes into that. He had none of it. He looks like a man who's close to the end and has a couple of girls and possibly a son. And I believe that'd take a lot out of a fighter. But, man, Canelo, and they talk about the haters, and I guess I'll fall under that, even though I'm a Canelo fan. Thing about me, I tell my homeboy who I love when he's on some bullshit. And that's what I'm doing right now. You see, one could say this is a derivative of all that less than stellar competition, and you develop bad habits of just walking forward and being fucking lazy, and you just think people just supposed to crumble. We all know that's Deontay Wilderism, right? Just everybody, you're just gonna hit them with the lucky punch and they go down. We know that's a recipe for disaster. And I am a hater. I do hate this one kind of person. The kind of person that gets paid handsomely, which Canelo has, for not doing what I say in my world is enough. All those dudes on that Dazn contract, not worth the check you were getting. And that's part of the problem. Yeah, I hate them. I hate them in everyday life at work, and I hate them kind of motherfuckers in boxing and every other sport. When Odell Beckham, when any other wide receiver or some shit like that get a contract that people say is not worth it.
Cut it.
He wasn't gonna stop, bro.
Did you get to A Crown?
A Crown 79 just came through with the $10 super chat, which says, would like to see Canelo go back to 168 and defend his belts. Lots of big fights for him there that he can win.
Did you get to his other $10 super chat before that one?
Yeah, funny how the haters.
Yep.
And he got an entry for that one too.
All right, so we gonna spin that wheel.
Facts.
Hoodie.
So again, of course, it would take another $5 to be actually qualified for the raffle for the hoodie. So if you come through with another $5, you don't have to, of course. But if you do come through, we will enter you into the raffle for the hoodie as well.
Again, funny how these dudes have never been in the ring. Got shit to say. My man said Canelo looked fat.
The motherfucker was shredded, but he looked like he had too much muscle on him.
He looked bigger than we typically normal.
I think.
He said Canelo looked fat, and where was that Mexican style? I mean, he showed it in the first round. He was trying to go for the knockout in the first round.
Hey, my bad, bro. I gotta go, but I want to say shout out to the whole TVV.
For sure,
y'all put it in work, man.
It ain't the whole TVV.
Danny's missing
part of the TVV.
Nah, but we know what you mean.
Hope you guys know what I'm saying. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Shout out to all the Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Shout out to my moms, the Montoya family. Shout out to my boys, Cardenas. They're watching right now live from Dallas.
All right.
They box too.
What's up?
Shout out to the Montoyas and everybody else. Shout out to everybody, man.
You know this your camera right here.
All right,
you
my
be
man.
all over the place. He be like,
oh man, I see the flashlights.
I know.
That's all the ice you got on flashing.
Hey,
that ain't the
tune in, subscribe.
Yeah.
You know, sign up to Patreon. Let's get it.
Let's go.
All right, man.
Tony the
See y'all
jeweler.
next time.
All right. Thank you, Tony. So yeah, man, like we were saying, let's see if we're all caught up on these super chats. Appreciate you, Sean.
Yeah, that's it right there.
All right. Well, let me see. Did I leave any cash apps? I don't think I have any cash. Make sure you take your hoodie.
There's two.
I mean, Bo, make sure you got the right hoodie.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, they're the same.
All right.
All right, appreciate it, man. See you
All
later.
right. I think we got everybody. Is there anybody there, Austin?
A Crown, I gotta give him. He just came through. He said, "Gotcha, TBV. Fuego, fuego, fuego." Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna enter you now into the hoodie raffle.
But yes, we have Coach JT.
JT.
So interesting when you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it? I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
What's up, Ness? What's up? What's going on?
What's up?
Chilling, man. I'm not gonna troll too much unless something was to be said, honestly. But I saw a fighter, Canelo, last night. Didn't make no adjustments to the fight. A very basic fight, and it's not me hating on him. Just a few things I've been seeing years and years from with Canelo. He fights in spurts. He had a bigger weight class, so I think that's made him even get more tired and stuff like that. Like I said, I didn't see the coach make no adjustment. I didn't see Canelo make no adjustment. At the end of the day, he don't have an effective jab. He don't know how to fight backwards. And especially if you get Canelo on the ropes, he's just looking for a break. So like any fighter that's go fight Canelo, they got a blueprint on him to push him back and don't let Canelo just go forward and bully you and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think at 168, he's still going to have trouble with certain fighters like a Benavidez that will overwhelm Canelo. Yes, his defense is not like Bivol defense, but the thing about Benavidez, he got an arsenal of offense, and I think that's going to push Canelo back. That's why I always been wanting to see that fight. Same thing with Jamel Charlo. I think Charlo will give Canelo big trouble and push him back. We all know Canelo really can't fight back. He gets slippery going backwards, but we know how to just keep touching him to the body. When the head keep moving like that, just touch him to the body and stuff like that. Now, Bivol gave Canelo a lot of respect from what I noticed. And I thought, honestly, Bivol won the fight, but I thought they would still give it to Canelo. By certain times, Bivol let him off the hook. I wanted to see Bivol throw a little more uppercuts. I think he was respecting Canelo power and speed or counter-punching ability too much. That's why he ain't throw no uppercuts. I wanted to see more stabs to the body to tire Canelo out. So even though Bivol won the fight precisely, but I still wanted to see him punish Canelo more. I don't think Canelo looked good at 175. I think that's a walk-around weight that he could fight at and stuff like that. But like JP said, I don't think he would look that fat, but I just think that assaulted him even more because he's not used to fighting at that weight and stuff like that. And as far as his Mexican style, I think Canelo been lost that Mexican style. He's been intimidating a lot of people, just bullying, walking down, and coming forward without a jab, which I could never understand how you get to that top level without a jab. But hey, he got there. But like I said, I think a lot of fighters looking at this fight and they got a blueprint on how to beat Canelo Alvarez. That's my call.
Alrighty then. Looks like we got A Crown that sends another $5 to make up for that 10.
Yeah, I called that out and I put it in I put him in that raffle as well. You ready to go for the raffle or we got some more callers?
Austin, all right, it's time to do the raffle.
So we only got 2 in the one for the hoodie first. Other side.
Genius. Hoodie.
Genius got the hoodie. All right. So.
Genius. You have to send us your address and your full mailing address.
This one right here is for the Polaroid. I'm shaking it up. You know what I'm saying? Shaking it up. Close your eye.
A Crown.
A Crown got the
7
Polaroid.
and 9.
And then lastly, we have the, get these out of here, T-shirt.
Let's go. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to a goal of 140,000. We're doing giveaways every single day, multiple giveaways. This is Mr. PBC. Not only did he win with the Bivol pick and all his bets,
He won a
also
Canelo t-shirt.
A Canelo t-shirt. There you go. He probably gonna burn it. My name is Nestor Gibbs on TikTok and in real life, but you can find me on Instagram and in Twitter at NesGTO. Catch us tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. on your way to work, getting you right. Bo, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, BoMason_TBV. Especially if you win something, send me your ID so I can get that to you promptly.
Yeah. So subscribe, future, present, past, and catch us on the next one. Peace.